We should do that same method that we had at the pub yesterday, where you buy the first round and all the food, and then I buy a $4 drink for your girlfriend, and we call it a day. Does that work?
It's just taking turns, yeah.
It's like one tap for me, one tap for you, one tap for me. You know, and it worked out really well.
Is it week 5 technically? It's just for last chance qualifier now. So I can do the whole thing. So today we're going to watch a last chance qualifier. Let me bring up visual aids. Not aid for player. Not a visual of aid for player, but a visual of to help us. So today we're going to play the LCQ. 4 teams are going to enter, 2 teams are going to leave. We've already seen Onside Gaming secure their spot in the regional playoffs. Old Ocean Cheeseburger are going to play. The winner of that is going to play Way, and then the winner of that game at the end of today is going to go through to the regional playoffs. The regional playoffs will be a 6-team tournament in which the 6 teams will compete in a single elimination tournament to determine seeding, basically. All 6 of these teams are going to go to a tournament called the Road to World Finals. The Road to World Finals is the actual qualify to Stockholm tournament. Depending on where you finish in this regional playoffs, so the one that we just saw Onside qualify to, depending where you finish on that, you enter at 2 different stages of the Road to Korea. The top 3 go straight to the playoff stage of the Road to Korea. The 4th, 5th, and 6th team go into the play-in stage of the Road to Korea. The play-in stage is a 3-team single elimination tournament, so not a lot of chances. 4th starts in the final. 5th and 6th start in the semi-final. And then one of those teams will proceed to the actual playoff part of the Road to World Finals, which will be a 4-team double elimination tournament, of which 3 teams will emerge and qualify to go to Stockholm. All make sense?
Did you all get that?
Everyone follow? I missed it. Can you repeat? Zoned out? No. Use Twitch's rewind feature.
It's a good way to sell subs, actually, by saying that.
So it means T1 won't qualify? No, T1 should still be fine. This entire next... We're going to see these games on the regional playoffs that we're going to see on Saturday and Sunday and next week as well. These games are all essentially long-winded seeding to get to the real tournament. The real tournament is the Road to Korea, which will be a double elimination. Get yourself to Stockholm. How has it been? A surprising first game. It wasn't actually a good game of Overwatch, really, but it was actually a surprising result. Really big win for Onside Gaming. I mean, to be fair, I don't actually... The format is convoluted, for sure. But I don't really hate... Because what's going to happen is essentially the top 6 teams in Korea are just going to play each other a bunch for the rest of this month. Which is kind of... That'll be entertaining.
I wanted my axes to spread out in the middle of them and kill them all, but unfortunately, that kills me.
All right, Hitler.
What? Pardon?
You said you wanted your axes to spread out and kill everyone.
Oh, axes. Oh, that was so bad. Oh, that was so bad. Oh, that was a good build too. It's the first time I've gotten half decent with this character. Like, had a half decent run. It's definitely not going to be good. This good next time.
GB just woke up, I think, or has just got... maybe she's probably at work, actually. She's probably just got to her PC and seen the result and goes, onside 3-0 Way? Holy Kellen. Not quite GB.
Oh, GB.
Oh.
Nobody ascribes...
Yeah,
you know, like,
the default is, what a performance by Kellen that must have been.
Oh, God.
Didn't die once? Yeah, but...
W. Kellen. Yeah, I think Way might be turbo arse, unfortunately.
Morning, Debbie. Yeah. I mean, if Way should still be strong favourite against either Old Ocean or Cheeseburger, but also as a person who witnessed Way's opening game, faith is at an all-time low.
On you!
Not faith for player, who technically in many ways is, you know, pretty low as well.
Yeah, he's also, I mean,
Star Wars.
that guy's career broadly has been pretty low. I've had it muted so I can play this game.
Nice. Are you RuneScaping? Is that what I saw the other day?
Nah, it's mega bonk. If I die to the cactus, so be it.
What's Mega Bonk?
So be it. I wasn't going to turn down the boobs. Like, we're going to the forest. I hate this orc character. So we'll do a more difficult tier 3 in the forest. But I need to, like, at least get through a bit of a run on the orc.
Oh yes, yes, Kiwi. Zeta are going to play onside in that opening game of playoffs, and the other team play. Whoever comes out of these three remaining teams will play Falcons. Morning, Axiom. Mega Bonk is Vampire Survivors and Risk of Rain 2 mixed. I've never played Vampire Survivors, but my mate Patrick used to play a lot of Risk of Rain. So that one I'm kind of aware of.
Like, just the worst run of all time.
Every Vampire Survivor successor is worse than just playing Vampire Survivors. You know what game I got recommended to me the other day? A game called Dredge.
Tell me.
I bought it on Steam.
What is it? How'd you,
Oh, Coleman recommended it.
Oh.
I think it's like, you ever played... Me and Coleman used to play a lot of Raft together. So I think it's like...
Tell me you bought it, but you haven't played it?
Yeah, I bought it, but I haven't played it. I didn't really play these type of games in like the off season, or like between stages, you know. Dredge's Peak, Dredge's Banger. Yeah, it's basically like a single player. Like the way Coleman described it to me, it's like a kind of like a single player Raft, but it's like a bit more. What's the word? Horror-y, a bit more survival.
Don't know what Raft is either.
Oh, you'd really like Raft. Raft is basically you just sort of you have to collect random debris from the ocean to help build your raft, and you just sail around, going to different islands, exploring, fighting stuff. It's just like a, I guess it's got kind of a story mode to it, but it's mostly just sort of open world survival.
Oh,
there's a shark.
Posy Tommy Tive. Posy Tommy Tiv. Thank you very much for the prime. Welcome to the Pro Social Friends Club. Thank you, mate.
Yeah, I bought it yesterday because it's like half off at the moment. So I'll play that on the off season.
It's hard to resist. Half price deal.
Yep. Oh, that reminds me. Do you think the Face It things are back? I'm going to the Face It shop.
It was in the calendar 2 days ago. I thought you would have looked at your calendar and done it on the day.
Wait, was it in the calendar? I was hoping it would give me something like a reminder, you know?
You put it in the calendar, mate.
Oh, fuck. To the shop. What do I want? Not apparel. Oh, here we go. Oh, no, they're still out of stock.
Oh.
I think, I can't remember who it was. When somebody was telling me, it's normally like it's sometime in the first week of the month.
Yeah, I seem to recall this.
Yeah, because then I
Not to
think
get too political.
please don't get too political. Yeah, I think me and Chrissy want the new Football Manager, and then I presume you're also buying the new Football Manager as well, Max.
Of course. Got a credit card.
We get a Dredge Max in stream? Maybe I could play it on stream. Honestly, it'd probably be January, actually. I've not fixed, no. I've not really been keeping up with the updates, but I hear like broadly good things. So I'm happy to do it. Gonna add an extra level of depth.
Onto what is happening? We're waiting for the next match to start and playing a... Ah! I'm playing a silly little game while we do... Oh, I have no way to heal.
Oh no.
I need to eat cheeseburgers.
Is that a reference to the upcoming Cheeseburger roster, or is this actually a mechanic?
No. No, I just died. Again. Oh, terrible this game. That game's command is just a hard lie. Is it close to game time? What do we think?
No, we seem to do the interviews and stuff, right? You'll be a while.
Okay.
오늘 준비된 두 번째 경기 올드오션과 치즈버거의 경기 시작 전 각 팀의 대표분들과 함께 인터뷰 진행해 보도록 하겠습니다. 먼저 올드오션 만나볼까요?
Was the last game close? Did Kellen win? You could say Kellen won.
코치님 반갑습니다.
You could say that.
그렇다면 치즈버거 팀도 만나보도록
It's
하죠.
another classic situation where the threat of Kellen is often actually scarier than Kellen himself.
최근에
Yeah,
이런
the threat of the
영화
Kellen
있죠.
is
어떻게
absolutely
할 수가
deadly.
없다. 부산으로 가기 위해서 어쩔 수 없이 만나게 된 두 팀이 있습니다. 광안리의 오션뷰를 보느냐,
Is Farmer allowed to eat the food he farms? Of course.
치즈버거를 먹느냐의
It's,
싸움인데요. 플레이오프로
farm
진출하기
to play.
위해선 오늘과 내일 경기는 한
Kellen
번의
with two
실수도
Ls.
용납될 수 없습니다. 현재 팀 분위기 좀 어떨까요?
저번 경기 끝나고 어느 정도 휴식을 취하고도서 아직
I guess
연습을
I'll play
했었기
again.
때문에 좋은 분위기 속에서 지금 연습을 하고 있었습니다.
휴식 속에서
The least
Kellen
amount of
was double
convincing
있다라고
required to
말씀
convince
들어봤는데요.
someone to do
그렇다면 치즈버거
something.
팀은 현재 분위기 어떨까요?
좋은 분위기 속에서 연습하고 있는 건 저희도 마찬가지인데 말씀해주신 것처럼 아무래도 광안리에서 그래도 좋은 풍경도 좋지만 좀 입에 넣고 씹을 게 있어야 좋지 않겠습니까? 저희가 가서 치즈버거 먹도록 하겠습니다.
치즈버거 우리가 꼭 가서 광안리 해변에서 즐기고 오겠다라고 말씀해 주셨는데요. 지난 라운드 로빈 단계에서 3대2로 올드오션이 승리를 거뒀던 전적이 있습니다. 그렇기 때문에 오늘 좀 자신 있을 것 같는데 오늘 경기 어떻게 예상하시는지 들어봐도 될까요?
오늘 경기 같은 경우에는 저희 입장에서는 더 빠르게 경기를 끝내고 다음 경기를 빨리 또 하는 거를 목표로 삼고 있습니다.
오늘 경기는 빠르게 끝내고 다음 경기를 기대해 주시라라고 말씀을 들어봤는데요. 그렇지만 치즈버거 팀 빨리 갈 수 없습니다. 3대2로 좀 박빙으로 졌기 때문에 치즈버거 팀도 만만치 않을 텐데요. 어떨까요?
저희도
We get Farmer a meal.
예상하고 있는데요.
We can get him. He can eat if he wins this game.
질질 끌다가
Nice.
우리는 좀 승리를
bar.
가져가겠다라고
That's
해주셨습니다.
I believe that's actually standard
막차 또한
standard small Korean org
오늘 이긴
rules.
팀이 이 막차를 탑승하게 됩니다. 더 큰 무대로의 기회, 좀 마지막 기회가 될 수도 있는데요. 좀 팬분들께 한 말씀 부탁드립니다.
Just came home. How did Wei
오늘
lose?
경기
Just a
열심히
shocking
응원해주시고
performance
다음
from everyone,
경기까지도
really.
이어갈 수
There was
있게 열심히 하도록
maybe
하겠습니다.
quite literally
네,
zero
그렇다면
redeeming
치즈버거
factors
팀도 각오 한마디
from the Wei
들어볼게요.
performance.
지켜봐 주시는
It wasn't
팬분들 특히
a lot to it really.
휴일임에도 찾아와
Just
주신
miserable.
팬분들 정말 감사드리고 걸맞는
It's a really
좋은
rough day to be
경기
away head.
노력하겠습니다.
네, 자 많은 것이 걸린 오늘의 두 번째 경기 과연 승자는 누가 될까요? 맵 세트 확인해 보시죠.
All right, Ilios map 1.
Oh, we're in it? Or just
No,
map
just
pick?
just for the map pick.
You little tease, you.
Did onside at least look like they stepped up? Not particularly, honestly. I think like attack look had a really good game. Felt like Irony and Opener were just never under any pressure. It really felt I'm really a lot more blame way than praise onside in all of this.
Say it, homosexual. Say it. Hey, Emmys. That's better. Thank you. Again? Maybe.
Is today the last bite? There might be one more bite.
There's one bite to win. I'm done with this game.
What, for now or just forever?
Oh, for like the next like 15 minutes or something.
Okay.
You know, like I've just thrown like 5 in a row. Like I'm just gonna take a breather. You know.
Oh, okay. Very mature of you.
I can feel the heat rising. You know what I mean? Like, the rage bar is filling up. But we did get the W boobs, so it's okay. What's the name of this game? It's Mega Bonk. Do I want a bowl of slop?
What was it? Dinner time over there?
Yeah.
Do you have any alternatives that would be closer to a full meal?
It's a bowl of slop or I order food.
Oh, probably bowl of slop it. I feel like you don't want to go
Yeah.
takeaway too early in the weekend. You know, you need like as much real nutrition going in. And then by Sunday, fuck it.
Yeah. I kind of need Cheeseburger to not lose because I hope that Unter will eventually read the hashtag right.
Saying
It's not
that,
going to be one bite, one win ever. It's always going to be one bite to win.
after issuing you that advice, I think my wife's ordering McDonald's, so I'm having McDonald's for lunch.
Fuck. One bite, two win. Hashtag seeing signs. Yeah, that's better.
Hey, Stormbreaker. Yeah, I've got the best of both worlds, because she's a bit hungover, so she's using that to justify the takeaway. And I have none of the repercussions of being hungover, but all the benefits of having the takeaway.
I think I might do tuna slop, but the problem is, did I talk about the skipjack tuna with you? Maybe not, right?
Oh.
Okay, like, tuna, very low-key, causes brain damage, you know? Like, if you eat too much tuna,
Is
it
'cause of
kind of
the-
gives you brain damage
Is
because
it
of the
because of
mercury
iron?
content.
Mercury, that's what I'm thinking
Mercury. But you can buy skipjack tuna, which is cheaper, smaller, and has a much lower mercury content. The trade-off, unfortunately, is that it's fucking disgusting. So I went to the supermarket recently and I bought like 8 tins of skipjack tuna, and I convinced myself like I'm just gonna thug it out. Like I love the tuna treat, but it's giving me brain damage. I have to
Long-term
stop.
gains,
And
yeah.
I had one tuna treat, and I just thought this is so fucking repulsive. Like this is not the edible slop that I once knew. You know, like I hate this.
So,
So I might make
mercury's
another
the
one.
Taste the secret ingredient. The mercury actually makes it
It must
taste
be.
better. Yeah.
You just eat tuna by itself? We'll get there, mate.
I'm going to start putting mercury in all my food to test it out. Wu Chan's found the open
Becky's
pick
dead.
onto Becky here. And that's going to be an easy first fight for Cheeseburger. Playing the Reaper version here should give him actually a pretty good advantage in most of these bubble trades when it comes down to it. Alien's actually going to swap onto the Reaper to mirror that now too.
Yeah, the Reaper mirror for Alien and Cheeseburger. I mean, they're just happy to sit in control of the point. Real dogfight of an even matchup here, but we'll have to see whether or not Farmer can plant the seeds. Significant damage advantage for Heiser right now. Back jump from Farmer as well, but Bubble was invested by Heiser, so Farmer can go back in with his Bubble turn now and have a substantial advantage for himself. Farmer has gone backline, thrown down the Bubble. Becky stuck in the pit, getting beamed from up above. Little Hongyu doing so much damage. The J-Hong Lucio just, you know, almost staying even with Faith despite this situation. And now that so much point pressure has been applied that Cheeseburger need to throw themselves onto the point or simply concede the cap.
Back jump from Farmer now. Suzu out as well. Kitsune rush quicker for Wu-Chan. Drops that one in. Faith has a slightly quicker beat as well. Old Ocean desperate for these support ults. Have to back it up. Threatening. Give him a flip back over to Cheeseburger now. But J-Hong has the beat. He sends that one in. Faith is going to mirror that. But Kivitz is about to have this Kitsune rush ult advantage. But they lose Alien. Kivitz invests nonetheless. But no Reaper to make use of this. TP onto the background. Zessin takes some attention. And they don't find anything off this later Kitsune rush until now. Zessin's going to fall. 4v4 as they battle over Mega. Farmer's going to take a lot. Pulse bomb onto him as well. He's 1 HP if they can confirm the kill. The boop disrupts him a little bit now. Faith will guard him out, but Old Ocean do hang on.
Oh, such good discipline there from Becky. He hits the pulse, but he's got no recoil. He doesn't blink in and risk being traded. He lets Farmer get away, but so much better to do that than it is to greed for that finishing kill and then getting traded out. You can see Heiser, he's watching the rotation of Cheeseburger, he's marking the choke, throws down the bubble, instant back jump, does not want the smoke from the Reaper. Alien's had his Wraith form forced out on the point, but Becky missed a discipline on the Tracer, finds Argon in the wings. So, one-man advantage for Old Ocean, and Cheeseburger just trying to back out of this.
Yeah, trying to get out without losing anyone else late. The bubble to try and move backwards. Can TP their Reaper out here as well. Zessin should make it out alive. Now it's going to be Primal versus Primal. Blossom's coming up partway through the fight as well. But it's Old Ocean who have control and are going to be making this walk up as hard as possible. You can see Becky's already gotten in behind, taking the attention of the Tracer and Lucio. Primal comes in from Heiser in the front. He's all over Faith right now, trying to find the juggle. Wu-Chan comes back to help him now. Lots of attention on Heiser right now. TP forward, but Heiser finds nothing with this Primal now. Farmer has his own one, much later Primal now, looking to find something on the coast. Only a Winston to shoot at now. Forces him back. Nothing out of either Primal. Now it's all about the Blossoms.
Oh, Blossom for Blossom right now, but the flip has gone the way of Cheeseburger. You can see Old Ocean get ready to step up, looking to find some value with that Blossom. But Kitsune rush, mirror. Hongyu again, 10% ahead on the beat. Could be deadly for Ru Jae-Hong if he can't get one online to match. Fast push could be the death of them. Deep push in. First Blossom comes out. Alien's going to spin for nothing. But post-spin, he takes down Farmer. So, beat now for Faith. 4v5 situation. Old Ocean, they don't have the beat to match. Highs are so incredibly low. Here comes the push. Here comes the spin. But it's just not happening. Jae-Hong goes down. Can't get the beat off. Look at the flip.
Yeah, they got the flip actually, so it's going to buy him a little bit more time here as well. Old Ocean are going to fling themselves onto point here. Actually, the bubble buys a bit of space for Zessin. Now the later jump comes through from Farmer, clears off Zessin, and they will eventually give that flip over. We're going to enter the last fight, but Jae-Hong, he's got the beat. There's significant advantage for Old Ocean. All they need to do, force a shift, force a Wraith, force a back jump from the Winston, chase it down with B, and convert that kill.
Bait push comes through, but no kills off the back of it. An easy backstep for Cheeseburger, and now they're ready to re-engage. They've actually conceded the cap in the end, but Becky goes down. Nice pick from Hongyu and a nice speed out to get everybody back. Now Cheeseburger, they swing in once more. They're pressing onwards. Heiser, so low. Post Suzu gets pulse bombed, and now there's only one fight remaining for Old Ocean. Staggers here could be game losing. Cheeseburger nearly have another beat drop, but Heiser, if they can get that first touch for Becky, Heiser can carry with the Primal. Kivi's nearly has the rush as well.
TP top left for Zessin now, trying to make this walk up as hard as possible. Becky's going to get the first touch, though, had to recall for it, so now they really need other players to step in. Heiser's going to be back soon. Another touch from Becky as well. Done really well here. Now jump in comes from Heiser. Kitsune rationally available for Kivers as well. Pressure onto Faith early. If Heiser can find one of the supports with this, it'll be huge. Faith has the beat. Winston behind him now. Faith is backing it up, actually, playing it quite slow. He's going to drop it. 80 HP, gets it off onto everyone. Heiser's going to back jump. Kitsune rush from Wu-Chan on point. TP in now for Zessin. Zessin gets booped away from any major damage, though. They need to keep touching Old Ocean. They have to throw themselves. Jaehong's going to die for it. Blossom available for Alien, but he needs to find so much. He's too low, and it will just be Zessin cleaning everything up for Cheeseburger to take the first round.
Such a dogfight there, but you see that subtle Lucio difference, right? Faith gets a third beat drop online. He's never getting traded out in these scrappy fights. He's always charging so much. And 3 beats to 2 makes all the difference. Heiser goes backline, has everybody incredibly low. But Faith just has the ultimate response. And Old Ocean, I mean, they're definitely not going to be having any 3-beat Koth rounds, I'm afraid. Not with Ru Jaehong at the wheel.
Honestly,
Jaehong does not have CTE. He's held his own. 2 and not violently feeding is good enough.
Like, this is actually better from Jaehong. He's normally further behind on beat. He's actually making progress. He's still improving. And that's not a level of bias.
I'm not trying to rag on Jaehong. I'm just saying Faith's doing well.
Yeah, like, I think Jaehong's actually gotten better, but Faith is still ahead, as you would expect, maybe, from the Lucio player in it all. Becky's going to go over onto his Echo right now. Good for this type of map. Chance to engage in a lot of these. Still put a bit of pressure on. They will lose that front line in terms of the raw damage on the Winston up against the Reaper, but Becky can access a few more different aspects. Jaehong's actually on Brig in all of this as well. The whip shot makes it a little bit awkward for Zessin. Winston's going to be trading bubbles now. Farmer with a slight HP advantage chooses to take the high ground now. Tracers will be batting it underneath. There's a Reaper underneath as well, actually. So Suzu's going to be forced out. Jaehong under pressure, but they can't push any further because Becky is guarding it. Zessin has to wraith back towards the point. We'll get back and we'll get the first flip, Cheeseburger.
You see the bubbles on point there, homosexual? I mean, I was seeing it. Argon takes down Alien. Opening pick for Cheeseburger after they've already secured the cut now. You can see up top Becky trying to play Skybox, trying to get the pocket from Ru Jaehong, but he just can't get it done. Down goes Becky, and that's going to be a confident fight win here for Cheeseburger. Old Ocean struggling a little bit now. The retake is going to be very awkward. Ru Jaehong getting aggressive, actually messes up Farmer's movement. Farmer might be getting caught out here. The Suzu saves his life, but good God, big risks for Farmer.
Gets away with that one. They move over to the left-hand side to force Zessin's Wraith, get him out of that. Faith is trying to respond with Argon as well. Gets a recall out of Alien, so both teams relatively even for position. Farmer's still actually quite low. An aggressive one from Kivas. He goes all in here, and it's just going to be him getting taken down for that. Wu-Chan's going to move back over to point now. Has to be wary of this Winston behind him. TP to juke that, and Zessin continues to anchor down point as well. And they've actually traded 2 kills. That's the backline dead. Becky and Heiser might just be doing it here. Old Ocean can keep fighting if they want, but they might have to burn ultimates for it. Heiser has the primal, pops out one on point, forces another Wraith out from Zessin. Surely no escape for him here. Turns his attention back onto Farmer, who's 98%. Pulse bomb out as well. Farmer does get the primal in time, though. Can stall this point out for a while. Goes for the boot, but only onto the Echo. So the Echo will be more than fine. Becky has the copy if he needs it as well. Farmer actually gets Alien off the map, but Farmer dies for that one as well. They're still bleeding onto point, but Heiser can zap everyone down. And a good retake in the end for Old Ocean. Becky and Heiser clutch up.
Yeah, extraordinary clutch from Becky and Heiser, the superstars on Old Ocean. And now Cheeseburger, I mean, they come back in with their support ultimates, but Old Ocean have the ults to match. Cheeseburger really letting that one slip from an advantage situation. Farmer jumps point, instant bubble down. Kitsune rushes exchange out through main, but Faith, he can't get the beat off. Heiser, Alien, they get it done again. Frontline dive, and that's 2 in a row now for the Cheeseburger supports, where they've just gone down early in the piece and not found their timing to use ult.
Zessin's going to get a late kill onto Alien actually here. Copy Primal to try and force it. Blossom from Zessin. He's surely taking the piss with that one. Going to go down for it as well. No need for that. Faith comes back with beat, but Cheeseburger have to slow it down a little bit, really, I think, because their Reaper's not in this fight, so the ability to confirm kills. A little bit trickier without their Reaper, so they'll slow it down inside. Jaehong has the rally to respond with here, but in a straight-up head-to-head, the beat should win more often than not.
Faith now, amp and heals underneath. Beat comes out, but it doesn't catch Farmer. 3 errors in a row for Faith. And now Cheeseburger, they found a trade. Becky's down, but Jaehong is rallying, gets the bash. That is the money shot right there. Nearly gets booped off the map by Faith, but Hongi is probably not taking the boop perk. He's playing for strategy rather than fun, but all of those amp enhancements to his beat drop for what? He ball rights back into the point. Where are we going on?
He's at... I believe for a second. second he was going to do a full lap. Instead, he has just comically staggered himself. Now Cheeseburger with Zessen over to the Sojin. Have one more attempt at this, but Old Ocean, they've got ult advantage. Primal and Kitsune Rush will be up mid-fight. Cheeseburger need a little bit of a miracle here as they try and clear the far side of the map away from point first. But Becky's going to get in that bubble, takes care of that. Sticks out towards Zessen as well. Now Old Ocean, they really need to dive this Sojin, but Primal will be the perfect tool to do it here. Taking this backline for a ride, actually. They're all focused on Alien has killed Farmer and himself. Heiser is going back towards the point now, and he's forced for C9 with that Primal after they kill Farmer on point. Really nice Primal at the end from Old Ocean. We're tied up 1-1.
They're too cold, mate. They're too cold. This is Chris theory. Of course, I'm sexual, of course. Now, evened up scoreline 1-1. The Echo pick for Becky. Coming in clutch in the end, even if at the start it was a little bit awkward. But real, just frontline domination from Old Ocean. Heiser, so good with the Primal Rage. Alien, Becky, both finding crucial kills on a Faith. And then Faith feels like he's lost his nerve a little bit throughout this map. A couple of early deaths, beat by the wayside, a stagger for the ages. Like doing it all here. This map's going to be a little bit scarier to play, this Kiri Brig comp. I think that, you know, Brig here compared to on Lighthouse, a little bit more accessible, a little bit easier to dive. So Old Ocean's backline really have to be careful because Zessen, Farmer, Faith, they can all close the gap. Ginger, 28, thank you very much for the 4 months. Welcome back. Fitch told me I spent money. Nicely done.
Becky taking a wide angle to try and clear this high ground off now. You can see that ult charge going up so high for Becky already. Another shift, more sticks onto the high ground. Wraith has been forced out now. Boot on the jump as well. And yeah, Becky's just hooning up to this one now. Can just keep taking this full pocket so he can just peek as much as he wants. They force the position with this as well. Okay. But Cheeseburger actually get the flip. They all dropped. Old Ocean a little bit slow to respond there. I feel like Alien should have really been responsible in all of that. Now they have to play retake, but Becky still unchecked, but it's Heiser has been forced back, so they still need a little bit more Old Ocean to force this. But if you have Faith marking this right-hand side, he's going to be forced back as well. Becky does nearly have this copy. It's much quicker than all the other ultimates here, but they might need to use it. Jaehyung has to be careful on point walking into a Reaper.
Thank you for the 2 months, maybe, Pigeon. I'm trying to work out whether or not you are not a trans pigeon or if we've already had this conversation. You're the different pigeon. Okay. Thank you very much for the 2 months. Welcome back. All right. Copy. Becky now pressing forward. Copy onto the Reaper. Zessen's got no Wraith. Needs to be careful. Flipper's gone Old Ocean's way throughout this scrap despite the absence of kills. TP deep for Becky. He's got the spin, but he needs to close the gap. Hongyu closes the gap for him, and that'll be Old Ocean taking the fight, getting the stagger kills. Nice position for them now.
Build it and they will come as Becky does eventually get value out of that copy and they get the flip back. 34% conceded as a result, but one ult to secure that, not too bad in the grand scheme of things. Cheeseburger have the double support ult coming back. Jaehyung a little bit slow on this rally, could be a crucial difference maker. But Heiser's got the greater primal value so far in this. So eyes on that one, drop in. Actually, Wuchan's just going to take it to him. TP forward for this one. Suzu and Kitsune rush, but he walks straight into Jaehyung. B comes out from Faith, it's too late. Primal from Heiser, boosted by the Kitsune rush here. He's going to get everything with that, but Blossom is thrown in from Zessen as well. But Heiser, he's just done it all. Boops him as well, and now it's going to be a late death for Zessen surely here as well as they push and kill him. Suzu out might save his life, but honestly, that was such an expensive way to lose a fight for Cheeseburger.
Yeah, dirty fight there for Heiser. This guy, living highlight reel for Cold Ocean. Now Cheeseburger on the retake. I mean, they've got a shot, right? They've got the primal, the pulse. But Zessen's over to Sojin. It's hard to play Sojin on this map. Awkward angles, hard to get your rail charged up without putting yourself in a vulnerable position. Argon up on the high ground, getting taken very, very low. Dive comes through again. Faith has to tuck tail and run. Pulse comes out onto Becky, but the Suzu is perfect from Kivis. Argon is down as well, and Cheeseburger, just no leg to stand on at the moment. Down goes Farmer. Have to play for last.
Yeah, one last recontest here. Late deaths will be a pain, though, actually. Faith has to be careful. TP out from Wuchan as well. Heiser's looking for it, but doesn't want to commit his jump at this point. Just getting eyes on this. Zessen is stuck behind, actually. Old Ocean can just go kill Zessen if they want, and here they come. Zessen's going to try and slide away. Has half a rail, but Heiser will snipe him down. Boot off the map, actually! It's a good trade! Heiser's gone down, and all of a sudden, Cheeseburger have an opening, and they have Primal. Old Ocean will keep fighting on point, nearly with a copy. Maybe Becky can be an impromptu tank for them here. Faith now trying to take this battle with the Tracer. Boops him up inside. It's going to be a long fight, actually, here. Jaehyung's going to touch and get get the point, will get the first tap, but no more. And they don't actually commit for this. They're still keeping it contested. Becky has for copy still. Farmer has for primal. Flip still hasn't gone the way of Cheeseburger here. They're keeping it contested. Now the beam comes in. Zessin's on the chase. Suzu has been forced out. Becky still has for copy to keep going. Gonna take the Tracer now. Looks for backline. Has a pulse bomb already. Gets it so quickly. Farmer's killed one with for primal, but the double Tracer is getting it done right now. Big trouble for Wu-Chan on the high ground, but he just have Kitsune rushes. Double support. Oh, but they're both coming out from Cheeseburger. They've thrown in everything. Pulse bomb goes wide. Jump in with the tail end of that overheal. They're still trying to hunt it down, but Faith has found a second kill. Low HP. Pulse bomb goes wide. Farmer is juking it all right now. They can't find the kill on him. They still don't have the flip Cheeseburger. They have to keep battling away. They need more healing onto Farmer right now. Pushing the backline is Heiser. He's got a primal to finish the job. Takes down one. All over the Lucio now. Backline in big trouble. Zessin is back, but Boop's good actually. Yeah, good trade. Now back in, but all of a sudden, the flip goes through. Heiser is low. Suzu and Brickpocket come through. Faith has gone in, but Argon pushes through, gets the kill, and Cheeseburger have kept themselves alive.
Unbelievable. Cheeseburger, they're greeting their primal rage 2 minutes ago, just about. They don't want to aggress. They're playing so slow. Old Ocean get to come back into the fight. Dump 4 ultimates, but Cheeseburger have come out on top. And now they're in pole position. Farmer's going to have another primal rage soon enough. Zessin will have an EMP as well. Jaehong has the rally, but it's hard to push with a rally. You need to actually have the opportunity delivered to you. Reaper for Becky as he's walking forward, just trying to poke back Cheeseburger. But that EMP, that primal, they're all charging up. And Old Ocean, they don't have bodies on the point. Heiser's going to take a bubble turn on the point, but there's no blocking taking place there. He's very low. They force Suzu out of Kivis now, and it's the last fight. Look at the ult, Sav.
It's all lining up for Cheeseburger all of a sudden. It's going to be EMP and Primal very soon. Old Ocean, they need to find a timing beforehand. But as he said, it's so hard to push with Rally. You can see they're just trying to force point right now. They force a back jump out of Farmer, but these ults are ever so close. Zessin's EMP is about to be online here. He's got it. He's on the high ground. He's got eyes on Jaehong. He's far away for now. No Wraith in play. Goes for EMP on the front line. Hits him as well. Primal over the top. Suzu is good. Rally is out from Jaehong. He stayed out of that EMP, but Farmer's looking for it. Finds nothing, but Rally is stabilized. Faith is about to have a beat. Kivitz drops a Kitsune Rush. They need this Faith beat right now. 3% to go still for Hongu. He's going to go for it. Goes onto the high ground. It's a 4-person beat in the end. Kitsune Rush coming up for Wu-Chan as well. The ults will swing in their favor, but Heiser's got another Primal Rage. Jumps into a Trevo, not helping on point. Farmer is awfully low as Heiser wants to finish up one of these kills. Can't find anyone though. He's just booping him around. Farmer dukes for Pulse Bomb again. Kitsune Rush comes out from Wu-Chan. Faith is 1 HP behind, but he's living. Cheeseburger is still in this. Kitsune Rush in play. Becky is back, almost has the Blossom. He takes care of Zessin now, nearly looking for it, walking onto the Winston. Chance to TP soon. He's rafing in. He's got the Blossom to finish it off. Wu-Chan will finally fall. Jaehong takes care of Argon. Farmer's 1 HP. And Old Ocean get it done. Skin of their teeth.
Oh, such a game-winning Suzu coming out there for Cold Ocean. EMP from Zessin was massive, but the Suzu cleanse from Kibis was better still. My God.
It's so good to survive that, right? Like, Jaehong stays out of it as well, gets the rally going, so they get to live after it all, after the Kitsune Rush and everything.
And finally, like, when the beat is coming online for Hongyu, that's the exact timing that Heiser is jumping the Lucio, throwing down a bubble so that he can't get a full, proper beat push going.
It's like the beat hits everyone, but they're all on the back foot when it comes out, so they're not actually chasing down any kills when it comes through.
Ah, so good.
Also, yeah, like Farmer dodging the pulse on 2 separate occasions in these like insane big overtime fights to keep the map alive. Still not enough, but yes, Raven, we do get replay codes from this. I think if you is it exclamation mark replays? They're not normally updated until the end of the day, but that first link there should give you all the codes to all the Korea games. Alright, this game feels like we're getting what we expected though. We're getting just a life on the line dogfight from both teams. No, the codes, replay codes don't give you the game report like the scoreboard. Yeah, I think the Kiri Brig is much more... It's much more a solution to Jaehong's hero pool than a specific solution to the map. I think it's got more legs on Lighthouse, just because the map is a bit wider. There's lots of good areas for the Brig to play where the Brig can still support and pocket point from. But on Well, I think we are just in, hey, we won when we played Brig, we lost when we played Lucio, let's play the Brig version, you know? And obviously the Brig does still pair nicely, Echo, Tracer, like pack support, everything like that. Alright, I'm gonna grab a drink actually. I need more water, so I'll be right back. I'm back. Weight loss 3-0? I know. We'll get a chance for redemption later, but it was honestly, it was a horrendous loss for Wei. Wait, let me just check that tweet went out alright. Did I do my job? I did my job. Nice. Alright, Suravasa next. Ball ban for Cheeseburger. Reaper ban in response, so feels like Old Ocean. This map, they can probably just get away with playing Kiri Wuyang if they want as well. And maybe Winston is the lineup here after the ball ban as well. Wei just carried by Freya meta. I mean, I think it's their best look, right? They get their best player on his best hero, and Aid can take over lobbies with that. But I think like Wei's problems are a bit deeper than just the meta, really. And this meta shouldn't be that bad for them. They get to play Kiriko Wuyang backline in a lot of situations. They get to play Milgaru on ball, on Winston, and heroes he's meant to be alright at. More than alright at. Sunjin gets to play Tracer, and it should all be good things. It felt like the meta's not the problem for Wei, it's the performances, both individually and as a team, are just not at the sort of standards we've seen from them before. I don't get it. They look pretty solid in Stage C. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Because didn't they? Am I remember? They did beat Zeta Division the other week, right? Like 2 weeks ago, last time they played. That's not on the Hog, right? Milgaru just took over on the Hog and they won that. And now we're here and they're getting blown out by Onside Gaming. Like, what's happened in these 2 weeks? All right, over onto Suravasa now. We get those predictions closed. Old Ocean Believers is going to be Kiri Lucio from Cheeseburger, their preferred backline. Old Ocean going to play their preferred backline as well. Winston, Mirror for both. With Reaper being banned, both teams have gone Freya instead, so still a lot of damage onto the Winston in both scenarios here. It's a battle outside for the most part, but Old Ocean weren't really committing to that position. They're going to wrap round and take the high ground on point instead, and it's Cheeseburger who have to try and come through in this difficult choke. Hey.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that, mate. The Blueberries fought back. Alright, Alien up on the high ground now. Pokes out the bubble from Farmer. Farmer goes for the back jump, but he just doesn't get out. Goes down to highs of it. Alien's traded 1-for-1. Tank advantage is significant for Old Ocean, though, because they got the cap. So Cheeseburger, they're just going to have to give this one up. The trade doesn't mean that they can get back into it, because no Winston to touch the point. Huge opening fight for Old Ocean. Bolt out onto Brujang, forces the Guardian Wave. Pick onto Becky as well. Just picked DPS over here.
Chance now to swing back in for Cheeseburger, but Old Ocean, Alien has that bowler really soon. The jump comes through from Heiser, has to go deeper actually, really wants that kill onto Faith, gets that kill onto Faith, it'll cost him his life, but Alien's found the follow-up now. Trades come through from Argon, that's 2 for him. Support's in his sight though, but with the recall being burnt, he has to back it up. But they got the flip during all of this, so Cheeseburger will be happy with that fight, but Old Ocean want to take the fight immediately. Argon is 21 HP, defensive bubble from Farmer allows him to keep his life. Cheeseburger right back into this, but support ults nearly both there for Old Ocean.
Yeah, I mean, all they need to do is get these support ultimates online and they can really swing. But Alien with a bowler shot could just open up already. You can see Zessen has fallen. Becky, Heiser, they dive top together. They find that chase. Up top is Farber trying to contest the hit scan, but just not going to happen. And Old Ocean, they don't even need the support ultimates. They don't even need the bowler. They just walk in and take it.
Yeah, really nice setup from Old Ocean there. You see Heiser leads the way. Him and Alien swing Zessen at the same time. They force a bit of damage on, and Becky is already set up to catch that low HP Freya as Alien Sorry, as Zessen drops off that high ground. So now we're coming up to a big ult fight, but Faith's beat is only at 80%. So as we get to this big layered fight here, Old Ocean have the advantage, both in terms of support ult, but also in terms of that primal as well. So this is a very difficult fight for Cheeseburger, but they're going to be forced to take it.
They've got to do it. You can see they have the ultimates to tap, but staggered touch already. Farmer's already poked very, very low. Kitsune Rush forced out of Kibby's early, though. Second tempo rush, but Farmer, he needs all the help in the world, and the Suzu lands on his corpse. Heis is ripping out the Primal Rage just to seal the deal, but it's already a two-man advantage for Old Ocean. Even going to steal the Mega Health back there. Swat Zessen out of the sky, and Heiser, God, this guy's on another level.
Yeah, it looked like one of the most promising aspects, or promising prospects coming out of Korea. Gambles correctly at the point's going to be there as well. Sets up nice and early for this point C. Going to be Tidal Blast coming back from Jaehong now if they want to keep this fight going. But Faith has the beat to counter it out. So it might come down to the DPS ults in the mix here as those two can somewhat neutralize. Becky's going to get that Tidal Blast onto him as well. Looking for the backline. Kivitz was already taking that early flank. Stomp comes through but avoided very well by Wuchan. Bola out in the front though. More pressure coming for Wuchan, but the beat is perfect. They will save Wuchan from everything. But Bola onto Becky is good as well. And Cheeseburger, they've dealt with every possible threat. Wuchan lives to tell the entire tale. Great peel from Cheeseburger.
Great peel from Cheeseburger. Great slot bowl. Wow. Yes. Those were blueberries you spied. Yes, they were. Now you can see Argon holding the side a little bit, gets a bit of assistance from Faith. They are going to maintain this side, but maybe not overcommitting to it. As you can see, Old Ocean wrapping top. Bolts come out on rotation. Jaehong and Kibby's both poke low. God, Heis is just in there. Instantly gets pulsed. A sugar-free pulse for the ages, and that might just be Old Ocean's retake immediately being shut down by Cheeseburger.
Yeah, as soon as Heiser wanted to take that space, Pulse Bomb in his face, nowhere to go. Looking for the cleanup kills here. Kivitz looking for another TP out, won't get it in time, and that'll be a late kill as well, meaning Cheeseburger can force this to final fight already. Old Ocean, no ults to respond with, too far away from that Kitsune Rush. It's going to be trying to walk through this one, but Farmer has the ability to control the game here. He can hold close, he can drop that Primal Rage, he can make the touch so difficult. And while he's occupying the backline, it might be Heiser who becomes the easiest target. I mean, Heiser might just be the target even before this Primal Rage. He's on the back foot, he's taken so much damage here from Zessen up in main. Farmer's going to go deeper, all the way on middle point right now. Heiser's going to force it forward, trying to get the touch. Pocket comes through, Suzu's late actually, Kitsune Rush on point. Old Ocean have a chance, it's 4v4. Wuchan's going to die, and it's a huge fumble from Cheeseburger all of a sudden. No chance to use that. Farmer still has for Primal, but they're going to play retake now.
Oh, Sand Toxin, thanks for the 2 viewers, mate. Now we can see. Sorry, 2 billion viewers. I don't know. I misread that. Cheeseburger now. They do have good ults for the retake, but it would have been nice if they could use them while in control. This time around, instead, Alien's just going to have to float up through main. Old Ocean, wait just a little bit longer and they will have ults to hold on. Cheeseburger, they might be angling for a fast fight though. Heiser already bubble exchange with Farmer, who's tried to take some space top right. Back of main position for Old Ocean's hit scan for their Wu Yang as well. Kitsune Rush out onto the point, but no kills off that at all. Now a Tidal Blast turn onto Becky. He's stomped a whole lot of nothing as well. Bowler for Alien now. Let's see if a third ultimate can convert a kill. No. Primaling in the backline, Farmer. Everybody's just throwing their ult in and nobody's converting a kill.
They're threatening the cap now. Farmer's going to get on one more time. Get Suzu out of that, but the beat over the top. He has to back jump, but that's interrupted as well. And the beat advantage will be enough for Cheeseburger. Old Ocean have to bleed into this point. They have to go for it. Bowler and everything at the front here, but it's Farmer who goes down. Faith has traded Becky, though. On the point still is Kivitz. He's half HP. Alien trying to swing in main. Hits one bolt, but they need to go for the touch here. It's Alien who has to swing on. Takes a load of bolts as he goes for it. Actually, Heiser can contest this one. He nearly has Primal Rage as well. If he isn't his Primal, it's really on. 95% boot backwards though, nowhere to go, no chance to clutch. Kivitz comes back onto point as well, and Old Ocean just a little bit short of his crucial ults, but Jaehong's found a trade, but now they are bubbled out in main. One more touch comes through. Kitsune Rush, they really want to do it. Jaehong throws himself at him, but they C9 the point, and Old Ocean, they don't know when to let it go.
Oh god, it's just like their careers, Xavier. They don't know when to quit. Old Ocean, next fight, Primal Rage, Bowler, Pulse, around the corner, but unfortunately the damage is done. Kibby's thrown the rush in and it's just not happening. Don't call him Poo Jaehong, he's a legend. All right, Primal for Heiser now could still very well be the clutch factor. Old Ocean, every time this guy rips out the Primal Rage, he's putting on a masterclass, really. This guy's a demon on the Winston. He's got mechanics. for days. Now you can see Argon losing the side fight. Suzu forced out from that, and that's going to be the opening for Heiser. He goes deep, catches a pulse bomb, this time around won't fall. Pulse onto Farmer, will connect and actually convert to a kill because there's no Primal Rage to save him. Heiser might be traded though. He's gotten aggressive with the Primal. No, he survives. He lives to tell the tale. First cap for Old Ocean.
Nicely done there. You see the difference between Primal Advantage. Both teams really just employing this strategy of when you have that Primal Advantage, send your Primal into the backline and then hard focus the tank with the other one. You saw Farmer there taking the ults, no way out, and they're able to convert the kill. Now, Kitsune Rush up for Wu-Chan, Tidal Blast for Jaehong here, so they can play this one relatively slow, Old Ocean, wait till they get that Tidal Blast online, and then see what Becky can get done. It's a Kitsune Rush to force the point. That's forced a back jump from Heiser, who's awfully low as well. He dies for it, actually, now. They've got eyes on Becky in the back, too, so there's no Tidal Blast turn at all for Old Ocean, and they just have to give it up.
It just winds up being a rush for nothing in the end, and Old Ocean, I mean, now they've got to be careful not to get staggered. You can see Jaehong constantly on the run, bending it around corners, but needs to be oh so careful. Now Zest playing main, poking away. Tidal Blast for Ru Jaehong and a bowler shot as well for Old Ocean on the retake. But Faith, beat Farmer, Primal, good ultimates to counter out. Good ultimates to just hold on to the control that they've secured. Ru Jaehong's playing main, bending orbs around corners. The fight is soon to begin, but Kitsune Rush from Kivi's actually spread across the point. Beat in response comes out nicely timed. There's more layers for this fight though. Tidal Blast can come out. Heiser's low, might be the recipient, but just long discipline. Now it comes out when the Primal's going. Okay, Jaehong.
He's chasing it. He manages to stun Farmer in the air, but the Primal Rage gets him up. Now he's going to survive now, so it's an equal trade. Cheeseburger still have control of a point. Pulse Bomb onto him. Suzu is good, though, so Heiser can hold fair. Becky's thrown his out, connects with Faith. Now Farmer's trying to jockey for the point as well, but he's so low. That'll be an easy kill. And Old Ocean continues to play this tank game a little bit better. It's going to be advantage now for Heiser on the Primal in the next fight as well. Wu-Chan has the Kitsune Rush soon if they want to force point with it, but don't think he'll be able to get that up exactly before they go for it. So a chance for Old Ocean to act first here if they want. They have the setup already, control of the choke. You can see Cheeseburger coming around the left-hand side from Old Ocean's POV. Coming through this narrow door, Argon's going to go back through from the original or the closest door. Now Zessin trying to find a bit of space from this bowler. They really want that Kitsune Rush before they commit to this fight on point. Zessin's going to take a very scary swing through. He's got people shooting at him from all angles, but it's Farmer who gets the first touch. Zessin's looking for the bowler over the top, drops that one down, hits it as well. Follow-up damage from Farmer is not enough. Kitsune Rush is out from Wu-Chan, but here is Heiser's Primal trying to take him for a ride right now. Takes care of the Kiriko, nowhere to go. Boops him back. Now he's trying to lock up Farmer in all of that. Faith has found a trade, actually. They don't get that kill onto Farmer. He's 1 HP, but they have to go towards the point now, and this should just be easy pickings for Heiser. He will clean up everything, and another Primal Rage, another conversion for Old Ocean, and they've taken the lead on Saravasa.
Just an incredible Primal from Heiser there. He's so clean with it every time. Really top tier player, like trapped in a roster full of old men, but like actually just so incredibly next up, this guy. Now Becky holding main. Call Christopher, actually. We'll see if we can bait him into signing Heiser this year.
One more. This time, Chris,
more.
It's a good tip. I swear, in this one.
Little did we know Heesung had some external factors contributing to his performance. Now we can see Old Ocean Kitsune Rush for the objective. Cheeseburger need to play slow for a little bit. They might even give the first cap because they don't have the beat or the Primal to actually match in. They start fighting now. Bubbles exchange, but the Kitsune Rush comes out, and now it's time for Cheeseburger to back.
They have to get out of this one, but Argon, not going to get out of that one at all. So that'll be Flip going the way of Old Ocean, and Cheeseburger are on the back foot. Damage onto Farmer as they try and chase this one out. Look for a late kill if they can. But the rest of Cheeseburger are pretty safely out of all of this. It'll be a Freya duel as they look for the recontest. Cheeseburger, Primal, B, everything coming back. If I'm Old Ocean, though, I want to use this Tidal Blast early to force these ults. There we go. The stun onto Zessin. The beat comes through, doesn't save him. Pulse Bomb goes wide on the stun Faith, but he's low anyway. Becky might do this, finish this kill the old-fashioned way, but there's a lot of support actually for Faith. It's Becky who has to back it up, but Old Ocean still in control of the back of that. Jump comes in from Farm, a lot of pressure, but he has the Primal, takes care of Jaehong, gets round, swaps back over to the other side as well. Farmer's gonna squash them as well. Now Heiser is isolated on point. Farmer will come back and deal with that one himself, and the Primal Rage this time from Farmer gets Cheeseburger back in control.
Farmer very nicely executed there. You can see him taking advantage of the Primal Rage perk, jumps up top, gets that bonus 75% jump pack damage on the landing, and he just one-taps Argon with it. So nicely done. And now Cheeseburger, a rush, a bowler in the pocket. But it's another Heiser Primal turn, and he's got himself a little bit of a reputation at this stage for getting those off and actually dominating with them, so we'll have to see if he can get it done one more time. Kivvies is off angling from the side. Heiser's going to jump over to match that side, and Old Ocean have taken adequate space. Next jump is going to be one fight to win.
He's going for it now. Primal into the backline here. Kitsune Rush comes out. Heiser is playing Disruptor, but he gets bowled on the way out. Goes in for one more jump. No kill conversion, though. The Kitsune Rush from Wu-Chan allows them to stabilize, just delete that Primal with all the damage. Farmer kept the point anchored down during all of this as well, and they're looking for a late kill onto Becky, which Argon will confirm. And Cheeseburger right back in this now. Old Ocean. Kitsune Rush for the next fight, but they've got to get there to use it, and it's going to be a strained touch.
Strained touch indeed. No, Argon holding the choke. Bubble's already out for Heiser, actually, so already going to be hard. They're not even going to do it. They're just going to give it up. Good discipline, honestly, from Old Ocean. They don't see the condition. They're down on time. Just give it away. Kivvies takes down Zestin as well, which is a great opener for Old Ocean. They're trying to keep rotating towards the objective. Rouge Hong under a bit of pressure. Drops a Guardian Wave to force Argon back. And now it's just going to be the coast point for all the marbles. Beat available for Faith in the next turn, but Old Ocean, they're closing on double stuff. Well, might be able to use that defensively to keep the supports alive. Got to be careful going for exclusively aggressive Tidal Blast turns, because it can leave Rouge Hong worse for wear in the beat pushes.
Yeah, I think if you want to go for it, you have to go for it early. Force the beat quite far away from your backline if you can. Then you can use that Kitsune Rush to fight point. But if you just let the fight happen on point, the beat can sometimes do too much, even against the double. The fight is on point. Kitsune Rush out first. Now the beat. They're chasing for a kill aggressively. They're all over the backline now. Pulse Bomb out onto that diving tank, and Farmer will be deleted. The rest of Cheeseburger have doubled down looking for this kill. Zessin finds one. Alien's going to land a bolt to keep himself alive there against his Tracer, and Becky will be good for the cleanup. And Old Ocean got the flip during all of that as well, so a great fight for them.
Yeah, huge fight now. Bled everything that Cheeseburger had and come out to tell the tale. Not Tidal Blast, a boulder shot available for Alien now in the next turn as well. Primal for Heiser as the fight breaks down, and we're very much approaching last fight here. 2-2 on the map, but if Cheeseburger trying to knuckles any longer, it's definitely going to be last fight. Side fight right now. Argon scrapping away. Recalls traded side for side, and you can see Old Ocean, they're conceding a little bit of this side space. They're ready to take a fight on the point.
Kitsune Rush available for Cheeseburger soon as well. So once Wu-Chan has that ready to go, they can just send it off. Jump onto point now to clear the space. Farmer drops for Bubble. Back jump from Heiser. He has the Primal ready to go, though. Will be popping that one. Kitsune Rush out in response. Heiser going for the backline. TP out from that one. Zessin trying to take care of the Primal Rage. Farmer still has not used his. He's kept hold of this for so long. Heiser is so low. Farmer now just anchoring the point. Good discipline from Cheeseburger here. Not investing, not over-committing with that Primal. Just forcing them all the way back, and they'll get the flip just for a 1-for-1 ult trade.
It's a really favorable trade for Cheeseburger, in all honesty. Being able to hold on to so much. Oh, these bolts onto Rouge Hong in the back. He's incredibly low. Finally gets the pocket to save his life, but good grief, Zessin nearly does it all himself. Now, though, Cheeseburger retain the ult advantage, and you can see Faith, he beated when Rouge Hong Tidal Blasted. Now he's a little bit ahead on his next beat cast. This could be critical. Shades of map 1, where that tiny support ult difference between Faith and Rouge Hong makes all the difference. Rush on the objective. Cheeseburger backstepping for the moment. Important that they ult, though. Primal Rage comes out from Farmer. Bowler shot immediately hams it up. He's on the run. Flip has gone through. Cheeseburger dropped the beat now, pushing in as 5. Heiser will go down to the Primal, but this flip is everything. Now Old Ocean can come back in with their own ult advantage.
Yeah, so important that they get that flip. Gives them a second fight here. They're looking for a late kill. They're really desperate for it, but Argon just have full support, so they will get Becky eventually. Becky tried to pulse bomb there as well. Grow up, Becky. Old Ocean, though, they still have this Tidal Blast coming back. Cheeseburger, though, if we can get this Kitsune Rush, it's really fightable on point. Old Ocean going to have to rely on Becky to do everything. Remember, Becky was the last one to die as well, so last one back to the fight. All eyes on Becky and this Tidal Blast.
Wu-Chan nearly has another rush just around the corner now. Side fight begins. Becky has the blast. He's going deep. He's absolutely buckled it. Zessin on the run, actually winds up landing in front of Becky, but Becky, he misses the stomp, he misses the blink melee. Kiwi's just found Argon for the opening pick though. Argon had Pulse Bomb. There's a rush on point for Cheeseburger, but Old Ocean, they're surviving nonetheless. Farmer, he's running out of steam. Heiser's way ahead on the Primal Rage. Faith finds Becky, but Zessen is down. And now Heiser almost certainly going to have a Primal Rage. Touch is constantly necessary for Cheeseburger. I don't think anyone could even touch.
No, it's just, I think a crucial mistake here at the end where they have that Kitsune rush to fight point, but we saw them, right? They were all looking behind. They were all looking at Becky. There's no point using a Kitsune rush on point if you're going to be chasing a Tracer behind. Use that Kitsune rush advantage. Go fight with that. Go kill the people on point. Obviously, you know, you got to keep your eyes on Becky behind, but let someone take responsibility for that. Use the Kitsune rush. Use that ult advantage. Confirm the kills, and that's a really tough one because it was right there for him.
One bite, 2 win. Just very, very unfortunate. And now 0-2. I mean, Homosexual will be so pleased about this. It's not a 1 bite, 1 choke situation.
The last bite. It's getting really tough.
Ew. I do not see the parallels between Heiser and J-Karu.
Becky trying so hard to hit with that last tidal blast, but ends up accidentally clutching the fight. Yeah. I mean, they were transfixed by Becky chasing him.
Wait, is Heiser 17?
Yeah, he only turned
fuck.
17 partway through this year, so he wasn't able to play, I think.
Jesus.
I think it was
Yeah,
either he missed
okay.
all of stage 1 or part of stage 1 at least.
Paul Chris. Let's make a deal.
Chris, it's time to kill Hawk, and it's time to play Dive.
This year, we're gonna beat the Koreans on dive.
잡았어. 할만해. 이겨야 돼.
할만해!
얘네 공 아무것도 없다. 얘네 안 비빈다. 얘네 안 비빈다.
Rouge Home screaming, winnable! such a fucking
Significant
useless
advantage.
comp.
Yeah. A real an Avril theory winnable was. Yeah.
Yeah, genuinely. Rouge Hong with the Avril mid-game comms screaming. at the
It's
top of his lungs,
5v3,
winnable.
none of them can touch. Winnable! We can do it! Jae-Hong, please save the Braveheart speech for a more impactful moment.
I love it. I love that.
Why is there still an age minimum for OWCS? I presume there's like a legal thing about, because if you play in OWCS you can qualify for the LANs and all of that. I presume there's some legal thing that's trickier if you are under 17. I don't know exactly what it is, but that's my guess. Why 17
Please
instead
stop
of
trying to
18?
impregnate me.
I don't know. It'll be whatever the DC. It'll be something to do with either the visa application process being different based on a different age, or when you need a guardian available or something. Because like obviously we took like back in the day we would take Sparker to tournaments when he was like 16, but he had a guardian with him. Like his mum, actually both his parents came.
I thought Mr. Tufts might have been the guardian.
No, his parents came.
Becky birthday yesterday. W. Becky Overwatch.
Yeah, like I imagine they've set the age limit as low as they can before they hit like a certain problem or a certain additional cost, right? Because you got to remember, if you send someone who requires a guardian, then that requires an extra set of funding and an extra set of tickets to any major event, anything like that. I presume there's also additional legal protections that need to be in place if the competitors are under X age. And again, that's all going to vary sort of... it will vary country to country. It will probably actually vary state to state as well in America. I think most of Blizzard stuff is technically under... what would you call it? LA law? That's not quite the right term, but you know what I mean.
Thanks, Emergence. Welcome back. Thanks for the 4 months. Thanks for pocket watching me. Becky's actually 22. I thought that was bait. Jesus.
What do you think? Oh, he thought he was older?
I thought he was younger.
Oh. We had two 16-year-olds at the Esports World Cup last year. Yeah, but San, the problem isn't that you can't do it. The problem is the costs go up. Which is why certain tournaments can afford it and others don't want to pay that extra money. Timeout Whelp 5? Or what was that? Weppel 5? I feel like I've never seen them.
Is that out?
Chat band? There we go.
Was Becky ever in Owl?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Oh, he was on
that Valiant, was it on that Valiant team when it was like...
Oh, he was on like the fake team?
Yeah. But like the emergency... I swear he was, no?
He was on LA Valiant. Oh, he took my job. No. That was no. He didn't take my job. I take it back. I was about to become an insane Becky hater. Like,
I wish every single one of these streams wasn't just a dance with libel. If we're not accusing, we accuse someone of stealing our job, we accuse other people of a nose job. Just one day without an accusation.
Usually job related, one way or another.
I can't believe Matt Morello stole your nose job. Is this the same guy who was pulling the MCD face before? I think it was. Oh, that guy doesn't look like he's from Korea. I feel like there's been more tourists at the events this stage 3.
Let me have a look. Let me get eyes on this tourist. Bottom left, yeah?
Yeah.
Ambiguously Korean man there. That's not the OMG guy. Or was the OMG guy in the crowd as well? No, I don't think so.
No, the OMG. I'm pretty sure it was the OMG guy as well. It was a double bubble.
Wow, what a treat.
There are white people living in Korea. Yeah, but that doesn't make them Korean. I'm going to Sweden in a bit. That's not going to make me Swedish.
And Killer's is Korean? Is he a citizen?
He's been out there for ages now.
Do you have a wife? You have a wife there?
Say yes. I'm basing that off nothing, but I'm becoming white in Stockholm. W. Thank you, off-brand milk. Yeah, one way or another, San. One way or another. I'm making that sound a little bit more dramatic than it maybe will be, but one way or another. Thanks for spinning MCD, everyone.
Angry Wolf Gif says Korea should deport their failed players to other regions. I'm not sure what version of Overwatch's international circuit you've been watching for the past entire history of the game, but I feel like maybe, just maybe, what you described has already occurred.
Korea is so deep in it that certain players like Heesung have been shipped offshore to the west, and then have been shipped offshore from the west again to Saudi E-League. So there's been a lot of shipping off of the failed Korean players.
They go from the east to the west to the Middle East, and that's just the natural progression of all pros as their career dwindles.
The circle of life.
Sync check.
Scary number 58, 57, 56,
works.
55. Beautiful. All right. Kings Row and Cheeseburger, they have to take their last bite here. On the verge of elimination from OWCS Korea, and they will be putting all of their marbles in the Farmer Ramatra here on Kings Row.
Oh no, anything but the Farmer Ramatra to get them over the line. Surely they can do better than that. Boxed into a corner is Zessen, who will be taken down instantly. Trade onto Kivi, so he's playing the Honor. The Honor Wu Yang, of course, leaves you a little bit vulnerable to getting caught out. No ability to just fly away on Ana. In Spawn is Faith on the Brigitte. I don't really know what he's targeting at the moment. You can see Old Ocean wrapping around the high ground, trying to survive. Another kill comes out onto Becky, though, and the Farmer Ramatra might just be getting it done. Already 2 ticks conceded. Gonna be a desperate recontest.
Gonna go for this one as well. Gafrium coming through, taking his first step onto point, but he's gonna get bullied away from that. Ramatra has to go for another one now. He's got no choice but to stay on it as well, trying to juke a lot of that damage. Has done a pretty decent job not taking that much damage for now, but now he's out of cooldowns, out of Matrix. One more touch off. They have to get on. They can't get on. They're gonna see 9 it. Gafrium will get demeked late here as well, potentially. Or maybe he's actually got all the way out. So maybe no late staggers actually for Old Ocean as well. You'll get out of this one.
Yeah, I mean, now you can see that's just a really nice, clean cap for Cheeseburger, and the fact that they don't have to invest anything to get it done as well means that they can start snowballing pretty heavily through the second point and onwards. Becky's trying to hold the side on Symmetra right now. Has no turrets to really help him hold there. He's going to have to use his TP to get out if anybody tries to engage on him aggressively. Swing around the corner from Farmer. He drops the form timing as well. Guardian Wave does not connect with Cathrium because he flew up into the sky. You can see a fully talked Sim on the cart for the side of Cheeseburger, but the Suzu doesn't come out until Ogden's already dead, and the bowler will be eaten as well. So Cheeseburger, say goodbye to that advantage.
Gafrium has to be careful not to leave mech here. It's going to be a Kitsune Rush trade nonetheless, despite that pick, and Zessen's going to respond, actually. Tidal Blast out onto Gafrium, looks for the stun, but the bash is good from Faith, forces him all the way back. Slow now to chase down these kills, and Faith is going to connect that one as well. Great rally from Faith, and all of a sudden, Cheeseburger, they've broken right through this.
Yeah, it's a huge clutch here for Cheeseburger, turning that one around. Gotta give props to Faith and Zessen. Zessen finds the initial trade, and then Faith perfectly counters out all of Old Ocean's push timing with that rally. So nicely timed there with the bash. Cathrium, he's gonna match Farmer on the Ramatra now. Fairly even fight for next. Sim wall for both sides. Boulder shot for Alien's gonna be a little bit awkward considering the Sim wall. Farmer can potentially push backline as well with this Annihilation. You can see Kivi's tried to take the side space, but he's done it very early, so he's actually just been bullied back by Farmer. And that means that now Old Ocean are a little bit boxed, a little bit front to back.
Symbol comes out from Becky to try and force this one, but Cheeseburger, they're going to TP out of that one as well. Farmer holds on to the Annihilation, so now a clear ult advantage to re-push with for Cheeseburger. This should be second point. If they can do it for one, they'll be happy with that too. Bowler comes out from the side, walking forward. Symbol comes up first. They're all over Gafrium. Should get this kill in a matter of seconds, but the block's doing quite a lot. But as for Form fades, Farmer's actually going to pop the Annihilation. Feels overkill, honestly, but it's still going to be a very quick second point for Cheeseburger.
Yeah, ultimately that symbol from Becky, it just wasn't good enough. No neutral fight, just opened up with it and allowed Cheeseburger to take a very free kite. Faith has made the swap now over to the Wu Yang. Doesn't want to be counted out on Brigida any longer. He's had the first opportunity to really swap because he wasn't dying. Farmer up top, he's been TP'd up here by Argon and he can just beam down on everybody, but also easy pickings for Alien, who's attempting to clear. TP onto the high ground for Becky, taking a huge chance with that one. Bowler shot connects. Farmer will take down Becky and TP out of danger. Unfortunately, the Suzu didn't save Becky, and Old Ocean are just in free fall right now.
No ults just yet for Old Ocean either. Desperate for these support ults. They should get them up before they get full pushed here, so a chance to respond. But Cheeseburger, Kitsune rush in hand. They can just keep going if they want. Going to take the neutral on point first as the shields come out for both. Earlier form for Farmer and all of that as Zessen's propelled a little bit on the high ground. Full beam up. Kitsune rush to chase this one. Kivitz doesn't have it quite yet. Tidal Blast out onto Gafrium to try and hold that. They're trying to kite back from it all. They've dealt with that one, but Kivitz now has Kitsune rush advantage.
Yeah, the Kitsune Rush comes out for Kivitz. Now you can see Freya duels, but Alien's off the map! Oh, no. That's a one-for-one trade. Unforced. But Cheeseburger, it's going to be hard to keep pushing with Zessen dead. Ping pong up on the high ground right now, but no kills for that. And Becky's actually maintaining. Becky's a little bit ahead on the symbol too. So it's tough. It's tough. Cheeseburger, their time bank is dwindling.
It will be just for Tidal Blast for Cheeseburger to start this one with, but with no Tracer or necessarily obvious target to sort of skip the front line and hit back line, might just be onto the tank here. Becky's going to get... Maybe just walks down, or yeah, gets knocked down either way. Isn't able to hold on to that position. But Old Ocean have lots of ultimates here. They don't need to force the issue though. They can just stall out that point, wait for a clear advantage. You can see Wu-Chan actually finding a couple of dinks on his left-hand side here. Wants to take the battle. Kivitz will respond with one of his own. Now, Bowler's going to get thrown out by Alien. Founds nothing. Tidal Blast comes out from Faith. Farmer's going to punch down Becky though. And Old Ocean, they might need a few more of these ults here. Annihilation's still available for Gafrium, but Farmer's just killed everyone. Gafrium, we need the ult. We need trades. We need kills. Gafrium's going to pop it now. Gets Faith late. He has the Annihilation still as well. He goes down without using it after all those trades, but this touch is going to be rough.
It's going to be a brutal touch here. In fact, it's not going to be a touch at all, just about. Becky runs on, Symbol is out, Kivi's Becky will fall, and we have to ask ourselves, when is that Annihilation coming, Gafrium? Christmas?
Christmas might actually be closer than that Annihilation at this point.
One farm to win. Oh, yes.
Did Gafrium ult all game? He was on D.Va. Died and swapped before
Did he drop a bomb or just swap?
Maybe just swapped. Maybe he doesn't have it bound? It's possible, yeah. It's as likely an explanation as any.
We need to bring back Heiser, I'm afraid.
It's not a great endorsement, is it? Where you go from...
No.
Need a bit of attack theory on this.
I wouldn't mind a pull set for this one, to be honest. Like, no complaints.
I mean, Old Ocean do have... You know, a lot of these teams onside Old Ocean, historically in this stage, they really have just been dragged into a lot of dogfights.
Yeah. Are they just going to... Oh, it's a different matchup, actually. Old Ocean is threatening a Sigma pick into a team that played Ram for the entire offense.
Not much of a threat, really.
Yeah.
Threatening to lose aggressively.
Are they like... I mean, are they poke maxing? Like, are they going to go like Freya, Farah, Sigma? Like, there's...
This version makes more sense, yeah. Like, on King's Row first, you can just take the top right area and you can just force it, but you still feel that in reality, a Remarcher from Gafrium would still be better in this scenario, so you can force the point more aggressively while you are taking all of these angles. Either way, They will start walking through and trying to get these angles onto Farmer, but Farmer is tucked inside that mini. Going to be hard to clear without Gafreem having to overstep, and you can see Gafreem is losing that HP trade initially. Old Ocean need to try and deepen the angles for a few of their DPS here.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of poke coming out onto Zessen on the point, but he's poking right back. He is dealing the damage, and you can see Old Ocean really struggle to push forward past this point because the Sigma cannot walk face-to-face with the Ramatra. Gafreem's actually going to swing the corner. He's baited out the shield timing from Farmer, and this is Old Ocean's time to go. They've got high ground control. They've got a triple angle on Farmer right now. Everybody's covering the map, and they will just poke him out. So a nice little adjustment here from Old Ocean has borne fruit.
Yeah, they're going to take all the angles now as well, and with it being Farmer dying, the retake will be quite difficult. They do have the Sim TP to throw Farmer onto that one if they want, but they might also just be content to try and hold this choke. Once we get to this big old choke, though, it is fair to say that Old Ocean's comps wanted to get these angles. It's going to get a little bit trickier, and it feels like Old Ocean maybe don't agree. It looks like Becky went back to swap, but changed his mind. They're going to keep running this for now. You see Kivas already has his left-hand side flank early. Looking for the dink, lining it up, waiting for Faith. Misses the dink, waiting for Faith to stand still. Only a body shot. Faith will drop the Guardian Wave and will be okay. All that build up. No payoff. He's still, this angle's still hard to deal with, and Farmer's taking a lot of damage in main as they swing through. Zessen tries to help him out of that one as the form is popped. Suzu in from Wuchan as Cheeseburger desperately trying to hold this space, but Kivas is there. He's taking the battle. Suzu invested. Becky from the front as well. Farmer is stuck on point. He needs help. It's Kivas who TP's back, finds the kill. Kitsune rushes. The Tidal Blast comes out to save him. They've lost Gafreem in the front, but they can use his Kitsune rush. Bowler hits mid-air from Alien there. Takes down Zessen as well, and all of a sudden the choke has been broken. Tank advantage means a whole lot of nothing as Cheeseburger are forced to back up.
Cheeseburger right now, their comp is really struggling to deal with all of these side fighters, all of these flanks. Alien and Becky find a killer piece here. Barrage invested by Becky, but Cheeseburger, they do have good ults for the retake. They have a substantial advantage, 3-1. But Old Ocean, every single turn, Kivis is flanking. Becky is up top. Alien has a complementary angle. It's very difficult to deal with. There's so much damage in this neutral. And Gafreem, if he finds himself in a spot of bother here, he could use his flux to get up onto the high ground.
Lots of pressure coming out from Old Ocean as they set up these angles. Cheeseburger, they have ults to push with, but they have to be careful that they can actually push with them. They don't get stuck just sort of fighting on the point. You can see here the symbol early from Argon, and there's just no one to fight. Form has been popped, but who are we shooting at? It's an easy disengage for Old Ocean, and this is the difficulty Cheeseburger have. They have ults they want to push with, but they need to make sure they're actually pushing and converting kills with them. Now a chance to walk forward. Flux out, looking for the backline. Might just throw it onto Farmer in the front line here. Will get that one out. In the Kitsune Rusher, they should be okay. Farmer takes a lot of damage. Has the Annihilation if he needs it, though. Kitsune Rusher and Old Ocean just happy to trade this one out. You can see again. Alien's got the angle. Becky's got the angle. They're playing a war of attrition here, Old Ocean.
Yeah, I mean, Farmer still has that Annihilation. Nearly has another form timing to keep on fighting, but you can see he's so low. Wave forced, Suzu forced, form forced, everything forced, and now Cheeseburger, they have to backstep as soon as Farmer concedes that space. Next to follow will be this side fight. You can see Becky, Alien together. They pinch onto the Symmetra. Down goes Sim in the back line. Cheeseburger under so much pressure as well. Everyone's so low. Wuchan's trying to hold this side. Becky just needs one more rocket to finish the job, but he can't get it done. He's going to adapt. Start fighting front. Farmer instead will receive the Tidal Blast. He's not going to push for it despite having the Annihilation. Incredible. The Cheeseburger is still holding on to this. Finally, the Annihilation comes out, but 0.03 meters. Tidal Blast is out as well. When this stun hits, Farmer's going to go down like a sack of shit. He hits the ground. He comes back up. He continues to block. The slop don't stop, and now he's got another form timing to keep the Ray train rolling. Boulder shot comes out from Alien. Does not connect. Becky has a barrage. No kills converted. Still pushes deep. Drops the barrage. Suzu counters him, and Cheeseburger C9.
Oh, but holding on for so long, Cheeseburger. They were digging their heels in. Their plan very much seemed to be, what if we just try and use every ult to keep standing here? And to be fair, they stood tall for a while, but eventually Old Ocean just had more ults to throw at it. You can see Jaehong's actually going on to the Ana now as well, so chance for that sleep to interrupt the block. All of a sudden, Old Ocean, they can sleep to cancel the block, they can rock to cancel the block, and then they got the nade to punish that Ramatra as well. Thank you, Ice Gnome, for the 11 months. Good luck this weekend, mate. Old Ocean, though, good position. And this Ana, I think, is actually going to make it even harder for Farmer. Still going. Suzu comes out to save Gafrium, tops him back up after that pulse bomb. They are still walking forward, but Becky's died on the high ground here. Crucial kill. Rock comes through. Might have to back it up. Gafrium's in a lot of trouble right now. Doesn't have a Matrix out. Just get to the Matrix just in time, actually. Swings back round and will back it up. Becky going over onto the sim now, actually,
All
too.
done.
All done?
Nice.
Good job.
Yeah, it was my one bite to win situation, so I had to finish the bowl. I was like, you know, I couldn't stop because I wanted it done. It's disgusting. Guthrium up top. Wucham forced to Suzu early. Rock connects cross map. Lux comes out, but unfortunately he's going to TP away from that one. So Guthrium, he's seen a non-existent opportunity there, and he's pissed away one of their strongest ultimates. Tidal Blast comes out. Farmer gets rocked. Zero-man blast because of the rock. So Guthrium is trying to make up for his misgivings. Kitsune rush around the corner for Kivvies. Rujay Hong on his legendary Ana, just about to have the nano boost as well. If he can do some healing, of course. Suzu lands
Good
onto
rock,
Farmer.
sleep.
The pocket is good, but the damage is better. Jay Hong with a signature anti-nade splashes onto Farmer, and down he will go. It's a 3 versus 5 already. Cheeseburger are falling over by the wayside, and Rujay Hong has the nano boost to close the fight out. It's a 2v5. Don't get traded. Pulse goes wide. Everyone is dead for Cheeseburger. This should be a full cap here for Old Ocean.
Pushing for spawn as well. Nano comes out onto Gafrium as he pushes and kills that one. Farmer will get one more touch onto point. Nearly has the annihilation, so Gafrium's going to turn his attention onto the backline instead. Wants those trades. Farmer going to get rocked out there. Lots of damage coming his way. He needs more pocket. They've just beamed him down. Coming back through is Argon now. One final touch. Bowler's going to get lobbed in by Zessin. No kills converted. Rock comes out. Should just be a matter of time now for Old Ocean. Zessin finds one trade. It's not going to be enough. A symbol over the top. And you saw that exact combo they were playing for, right? When Farmer blocks up in main, tries to make himself an unkillable target, in comes for Sleep, in comes for Rock, in comes for Nade afterwards, and they're just able to get so much damage through onto what is normally a very difficult hero to remove from a point. Thank you,
nice
Trash Fuji, for the 9
there.
months.
Strip.
Critical
stripping.
adjustment. Make it a
Sorry.
bit... Oh, was Trash Fuji stripping?
No, he's just wrote strip. I believe my implication is it's for me to strip, but not stripping. It's too cold.
Yeah, but what's the command? There's a 7 TV for this, I think.
What, is it strip with 2 P's? That's how he typed it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I looked up a chat.
was
I
on
just
behind.
read. I read for notification. Yeah. Unterwood strip. I don't think he would. Famously frigid Max, they call him.
Frigid Max.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
That's how I've been introducing you.
Yeah, I mean, if the shoe fits. Blood, not circuits. Bit of yeah. Bit of anti-clanker propaganda there. Terrible.
I was worried I hadn't heard much from the Revolution in a while.
Yeah, I mean, even without the DHL sponsorship on the screen, it still rings true. By the way, isn't it a bit weird that like the product is sponsored by DHL, but we only see that sponsorship on the NA EMEA broadcast? Like because of, I suppose, WDG having their own independent sponsors. Like they're sponsoring like the NA product, but not the whole product, right?
Yeah, I guess so. It's odd. You'd think you'd want the whole shebang.
I mean, I'm not an executive at DHL, so I ain't gonna complain. Guthrium now, massive E, gonna float up onto the high ground as well. Only 30 seconds remaining for Old Ocean, and they are going for the counter out the Ramatra strategy. As soon as Farmer has to pop the form here, he's going to be tasting all the CC in the world. He actually greeds the form timing a little bit, uses that opportunity to dodge the rock while he's still nice and skinny, and now he's got another timing to put his shield up.
Walking forward now, J-Hong looking for a nade timing, but Zessin's won the duel. Old Ocean have no choice but to commit to this. They are low on ultimates as well, and Zessin is pushing for more bolts into the back, forces all of those as well. Wants to take the duel, but Gafrium, he's been forced to take the step onto point, so he is in big trouble. Rock comes out, but he dies for that attempt. Still no ults for Old Ocean, and they are going to struggle to get onto this one. It is Cheeseburger completing the hold for second time of asking. One more touch. Oh no, no more touch from Kivvies. And there we go, just a tick for Cheeseburger to keep themselves in it.
Yeah, I mean, Cheeseburger should be good for this one. 2 minutes on the clock. Definitely, you know, RAM or no RAM, I'm sure they can manage this one. I feel like they can counter swap in spawn based on whatever Old Ocean are playing and leverage one measly tick. At this point, they've already secured a draw, so we have another map no matter what. But it'd be nice if we could see it win, you know? As we could see one on the board, at least for Cheeseburger. A bit more pressure when Heiser, the super sub, gets brought back into the lineup.
Yeah, well, for Cheeseburger as well, a couple of these maps, especially the Suravasa, was really close, but this is by far their best opportunity to win a map. Can't let this one slip in this all-important elimination game in the last chance qualifier. So, 2 minutes, 6 seconds, Kings Row, famed for being easy to attack, hard to defend on first point, so should be within their hands. Old Ocean aren't going to start with such a greedy spam comp on the defense here, but they will be starting with Jaehong Anna as well as the Ramatra here. So a chance for Jaehong to have a little bit of impact here. If it is just a Ram mirror, again, like we saw on the third point attack, Jaehong can intervene with that Ram frontline trade with his sleep, with his nade, with everything like that. For Cheeseburger, they'll get a chance to scout the comp and then pick what they want to play.
Yeah, I think Old Ocean's defense comp right now, I mean, low-key, bit of Winston action might not go astray. I know there's a Freya in play, but same time, the Anakiri always struggles a little bit versus the Monk. Faith, get off Zen.
Zen?
Just get off.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah, he's
Alright.
like, a little bit more sensible here. But Cheeseburger, they are just going to take top.
They're not
Kathrium has
controlling
started
it.
on the ground, and there's a TP up there, so he can match that way. Happy to start on the ground, but now the TP's gone. Slow, lands on Rujay Hong, and I mean, he just needs to get out of dodge. He's in Mortal Kombat with a turret. Farmer has
Dies
pissed
for it.
this one away, though. Like, he could have pushed for Rujay Hong at like any given moment there, but he just
When
didn't.
the slow
He just
was
got
there.
chunked.
Yeah, like he had the slow and Jaehong was trapped in a corner, no way out for him. That felt like it was the timing to try and force your way past Gafreem if you could, but doesn't do it. And Old Ocean will get a pretty decent first hold, and that's half the time bank gone. We'll have to set up again, but all of a sudden, Old Ocean, they've got only slight support advantage, so if it goes long, we'll be able to get those online.
Yeah, now on point, you can see same rotation. Farmer stepping more towards the point than the high ground this time around. Nade splashes, anti-nade, and he's going to have to backstep, hold up his hands, block the west, and just get ready for next. Poke continues, but now Jaehong is 60% to the nano as well. Suzu up top, already forced out of Wuchen. He does have that first tempo Kitsune rush. That could be crucial because Old Ocean need to touch, but needs to get it online fast. TP up onto the high ground now. They've caught Rujay Hong. He hits the nade and everybody just runs away. Farmer never took the TP.
Yeah, no pressure, so Jaehong gets to stay on this high ground. They've lost Becky on the low ground, though. Gafreem's in big trouble. Here's the Tidal Blast out as well. Slow onto the back, looking for it, gets the stun onto Gafreem behind him. Punches come out, and they will all fall eventually. And Cheeseburger just getting those ults just a tiny bit before, actually, and it makes all the difference. They play their way through point. Jaehong can't find a key opening with any of with the nade or the sleep or anything like that. And Cheeseburger back in it.
Right back into it now. And I need to make a coffee at 9 PM, I think. I've only had one coffee today, and I'm feeling the effects of that. You're in charge,
I'm in charge.
as always.
I was going to go get a drink as well. Someone else be in charge.
You're in charge, that otaku in the corner.
All right.
때려 때려. 아 무조건 이겨. 가자. 화이팅.
I'm back. Ooh. Alright, I have to imagine Heiser is back in. Right, I'm just going to double check everything's ready for release later. Oh. All tagged up, got everything. The game is Overwatch 2. Alright, so yeah, 1 o'clock, EMEA highlights will be out. For now, though, Cheeseburger fighting for their lives. And the McDonald's is getting ordered. Any good NA EMEA games this week? Yeah, I think there's a standout fixture in each region. For North America, it's going to be GK versus Team Liquid. Obviously, Team Liquid are on track to finish top after beating Space Station Gaming, but this is going to be another big test for them. As much as they beat Space Station Gaming, I think it was far from convincing. I think internally as well, Team Liquid weren't happy with their own performance as well, from what Infected said on the OWTV interview. So Team Liquid will be hoping for a more a performance that inspires a little bit more belief. For GK, on the other hand, it's their first big test, isn't it? They are actually perfect so far, GK. They've not beaten a map, or they've not dropped a map rather. And this will be the first test of really if they're actually still in the mix for the top. Can they make it the perfect year, win all the regional tournaments? It's still possible. This will be a big test for the Lucio Wuyang backline for them as well. And then over in EMEA, yeah, Sand's got it. Peps versus Vision, the battle for 4th. That is going to be the big game this week. Obviously, Vision, I think, come into that one as favourites, but Team Peps have proven hands, especially if they can get on the right comp. I think it's quite a nice matchup in terms of there's clear strengths for Peps in these sort of Hazard, Kiri, Wuyang compositions, and for the side of Vision, where they can get Violet over to Alari or something, or some of these escort maps. They continue to be one of the best escort teams in the region. So it's actually, I think it's poised quite nicely, actually, between those two teams, with the winner most likely getting that 4th place spot. And remember, the 4th place spot is quite important once we get to playoffs, because the difference between 4th and 5th is whether you start in the upper bracket or the lower bracket. So if you 5th and 6th, you only get 1 life in playoffs. Obviously, you know, you might have to start against OWCS even if you do get 4th, so maybe that extra life isn't worth a whole lot, but still better than not having it. Sorry, I feel like I've been ignoring YouTube chat. Cheeseburger reverse sweep for sure. Well, they've taken the first step. Going to be Rialto next. Old Ocean going to ban Anna. Okay. I mean, as much as Jae-Hong is the Ana guy, you see a smile on his face as that one comes through. Wu-Chan is actually the Ana guy as well. Best hero for both of the players.
What the hell is that in the chat?
What is it? Rayaban in response.
Like some sort of like massive copy pasta of crap about guns?
About guns?
I don't know, like, if you hold a gun and I hold a gun, we can talk about the law. If you hold a knife and I hold a knife, we can talk about the rules. If you come empty-handed and I come empty-handed, we can talk about reason. But if you hold a gun and I only have a knife, then the truth lies in your hand. If you had a gun and I have nothing, then what you hold in your hands isn't just a weapon, it's my life. What?
What?
What's the context? How did you bring to this point?
What was the origin of, what's the catalyst that started this conversation?
I can't be bothered to scroll. I'm just gonna drop a wide speed laugh and call it a day.
that sums it up nicely. What's the score? Currently 2-1 to Old Ocean. Cheeseburger quite literally fighting for their lives. Right now, Old Ocean hold a gun and Cheeseburger hold a knife.
Oh no. It's
And
an
as
AI
we all
thing
know.
they have Don Corleone saying on Reels. Like, I don't know whether I can trust you, young Lenny, because everything you say is a lie. But at the same time, like, can you tell me more about the Japanese concept of make? God. Honor ban for Cold Ocean. Just sad.
Jae-Hong respect to Wu-Chan. Gonna be a widow start for Alien as well. Cheeseburger on a variety of heroes to just take a bit of a swing at a spawn. Have a look and see what the comp is. It's an early bubble for Heiser just to give Alien free roam to have that swing. See if he can find an early pick. But Alien's already backed it up. We'll be playing from this tighter angle underneath through the doorway now instead. Faith is still on Zen, but I presume this is taking a piss. There we go. Over onto Brig now, and it'll be Brig Kiri up against Wu Yang Kiri. This length of map, have to feel like the Wu Yang will just outvalue here. Zessen's also going to be starting on the Hanzo for the attack as we see Wu-Chan and Argon trying to take this left-hand side battle, but Jae-Hong is just sending that spam down, keeping Argon in check.
Yeah, I mean, right now it is just free push for the most part. A little bit of jockeying for the side space, but nobody really wants to commit just yet. But Gita pick from Faith, I'm really not sure how to feel about this one. It's a very long map. It's hard to find value on many stretches. When you get closer to the bridge, you can brawl better. But for this long stretch out here in the open, it's so hard for Argon. He can't find the opening without somebody to side fight with him.
Big angle, but it's Argon who falls first, actually, to Becky, and that's going to be slowed down for Cheeseburger. Farmer's actually jumped in, but it's a back jump from Heiser. He goes back in with a later bubble as well. Suzu and Wave used to top Heiser all the way up, and Cheeseburger will get nothing going while they wait for Argon to respawn. Becky's used this opportunity actually to flank through for free. He's got the drop, but he's given away his position here. Is behind the back line, just harassing them, keeping them in check. Cheeseburger, though, looks like they want to maybe move over to the side to try and clear that space.
Jae-Hong getting blocked off by the bubble, but it's not going to be enough. Thank you, Pluyo, for the 4 months. Welcome back, Agaburger. Farmer's very, very low, but Zessen and Faith have both been taken down. Zessen gets a fadeaway frag onto Becky, but I'm not sure that it'll be enough. Cheeseburger, they're just falling over in this scrap, and that's a couple of consecutive attempts to take this outside space gone completely wrong for Cheeseburger. They need something different here because it's just not working out for them at all. And now the ult bank is really starting to climb for Old Ocean as well. Primal Rage for Heiser. I mean, the guy's a living highlight reel, and he's versus a Brig and a Hanzo. So I would expect big things from him here. Long angle for Alien as well. And there's just so much in the tank. Cheeseburger, they're coming up on their own ultimates, but they don't have the space.
Bubble's going to be used just to try and force the payload round this corner, but Alien still completely unchecked. You can see this time they're not actually attempting to fight the flank at all. They're going to try and come through underneath instead. But Jae-Hong just keeping everyone at bay. Just nice spam corridors for all these orbs to be thrown down. And they're going to try and take the bubble trade. Should have advantage in theory with the Hanzo, but it's hard to translate it into reality, especially if Alien hits the shot. Kitsune Rush comes out from Kivis on that push as well. They're trying to find trades. Alien will grapple back to his team. More pressure coming on for Alien. Farmer can can convert the kill before going down. Nearly has for Primal. Wuchan's found a second. Cheeseburger will commit to this. Primal Rage out from Farmer now. Looking for the Winston. Heiser has his own Primal, but a Tracer and a Winston to chase down. Difficult for Farmer in all of this. The payload's only just started moving as Heiser's going to jump back in, and Wuchan dies late. All this effort for nothing. They have at least got the cart around the corner, but Old Ocean can reclaim this place with a player advantage.
Such game-losing deaths here. Wuchan going down, Zessen as well. It just completely hampers Cheeseburger's ability to do anything past this point. Such a hard-fought victory for them, and they give it away at the 11th hour. First 11th hour we've had in a while, is it not? Now Alien repositioning up onto the high ground, trying to take the long angle once more. The card hasn't even rolled far enough for Faith to find value on the Brig. Zessen, under pressure, gets blinked on by Becky, but Becky is going to immediately recall out of that one. Ru Jae-hong getting zapped in main by Farmer. It's actually going to self-cast the title just to live. So a small window of opportunity here for Cheeseburger, but Heiser still has that primal.
He's found the opening here. Actually, Wuchan's killed Alien as well. Something there's no DPS. The payload's still quite far away, so Old Ocean don't have to commit to this one. Kivas is actually going forward. Him and Heiser just looking for trades. Lost Jae-hong, and it looks like Heiser's just going to play his life. We'll head into overtime now, and it is still double support up for Cheeseburger. Those DPS picks means they didn't use anything. So actually, ult advantage for Cheeseburger as we go into final fight.
Divies is set up behind, though, a huge angle. Rally comes out on the payload. Kitsune rush from Wuchan as well. It's a double support ultimate, but still, Faith is in trouble. You can see the juggle is good. Now Heiser, he goes to mark the Widow up in main. Jumps back into the car, but he needs to be careful. He's very low. A full reset on ult here for Cheeseburger, but they're about to have the primal. Kivi's about to have the rush a little bit sooner on the payload, and Heiser, he can get some W zaps. Reaper swap for Alien as well, just to do big damage on the car. A jump forces an almost C9. Farmer rips his hands. Alien has to TP. He doesn't get the TP. He goes down. Farmer might just have done it with that absolutely monumental boop. Suzu onto Farmer as well, and the fight keeps taking place on the card, and looks like Cheeseburger, they will manage to secure the first point. A huge clutch from Farmer there to win with the Primal Rage.
Should have been such a hard matchup as well. Kitsune rush on point, and they'd made the swap onto Reaper. Should just be chewed through all of that health and cleaned it up, but the boop, maybe the only play that could have saved Cheeseburger in that situation, but Farmer gets it done and extends their time over onto second. They can set up forward now as well. They have the walls, and this won't buy them all that much, really. They're kind of in the free push area of this anyway, but not a whole lot to do with that ult either way. You can see Zessen trying to fight on the right-hand side, but Kivas is marking that. As we come up to this next corner, though, Cheeseburger will be low on ults for a little bit, but they're getting close to their next double support ult timing.
Huge damage from Farmer there, just taking a soft turn indoors. Massive jump back damage, W zaps as well. You can see Kivi's scrapping it out, but Wuchan's going to get amongst it as well. So it's going to be a 2v1 onto Kivi's, but Kivi's maintains a lot of that space. Still, cart has been pushed all the way to the bridge, to the arch. Pulse out to Becky, does not connect, but it's Cheeseburger that have to swing the corner, and they've got a Widowmaker that can't really shoot around, so it's a bit awkward for Zessen to push past this point.
Yeah, drop onto the point. Farmer's 1 HP. Big trouble as the Tidal Blast comes out. Farmer needs a lot of help, but won't be receiving it as well. They nearly had support ults, but won't be able to invest it. They're getting chased into the back now as well. And Cheeseburger will reset. Keep hold of both of those ults. I had a little buffer, so we maybe need to do a sync check. I'm on 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Becky dies in spawn. 5.
Danger, 4. Danger. Works. All right. I think the thing about Cheeseburger right here is that it's so hard to break this corner with the Widowmaker. Now they've made the move over to Hanzo, so Zessen can actually get closer, start to fight. Jae-hong has also been taken to about half HP. Kivi's has had his TP forced. A little bit of a bizarre Suzy Q there from Wuchan, but Primal's forced out a Heiser. Pulse Bomb connects onto him, does the damage, but, you know, it's still a case of Cheeseburger really having a good opportunity now because they have the Primal and double support ultimate to swing the corner. Zessen finds Becky before those ultimates even start coming online. He swings into absolute... Oh, I thought that was Zessen. That's Alien swinging inside his team. I was thinking, this guy is a psychopath.
Death wish for that type of swing, but now double support ult for Cheeseburger. They have the opening. Jump comes through onto Kivis. He'll respond with that Kitsune rush. Farmer has the Primal. Dragon out in response. Doesn't find anything. Farmer's Primal got that Hanzo locked in the sky. Will look to send him off the map, but he will stay on. Twinkle Toes here from the Hanzo eventually gets forced off by Farmer. Double support ult was invested. Faith actually went down during that rally, but they've done enough damage, and this should just be second actually. With the overtime spawns, it's going to be impossible. Like, Becky can go for it if he really wants, but it's so tough. He's forced away. One more touch. They're really trying to trickle back onto this, but there's a TP on from Alien, actually. They're going to make a fight of it. Alien dies. Becky needs to touch again, but he's late. Dragon came out, and yeah, enough of an advantage to get it over the line. Why are we pulsing? Becky hates the economy. Heiser's on ball, and our old ocean falling apart.
I was thinking that was really a good tap from Becky, just because they managed to get the Dragon out of Zessen, and then Becky's just going for the fadeaway pulse for no reason at all. So poor. Now Old Ocean, they've got the Tidal Blast available, but yeah, out in the open, Kivi's going to be forced away. Tidal Blast comes out now. Stomp does connect onto Farmer. He's taken very low. Zessen's also fallen into chaos, so easy fight win here for Old Ocean. They can consolidate once more. Cheeseburger, they're winning on their ult swings more than anything else. Do they have an ult swing coming up on third point? I feel like it's going to be pretty tight.
Yeah, they'll give a Kitsune rush before Old Ocean have everything. That's the timing they need, as Zessen's going to go back onto the Hanzo as well. To be fair, if they convert that Kitsune rush timing, there is maybe a chance for Faith to catch up a little bit on this beat charge, maybe a Primal. Really not out of it yet, but a lot of it comes down to this next Kitsune rush from Wu-Chan. Argon forced out of his right-hand side for now. Bubble jump, and they get the space, actually. They've got the corner. They can maybe just keep forcing Old Ocean back here. Kitsune Rush is available now. Recall Force out as well. They're looking forward, trying to find a timing for this one, but they need Heiser to commit his shift. Heiser's going to come in, goes for the shift. That's going to be an easy Kitsune Rush now, and Heiser's just deleted. Farmer dies as well, though. Good trade from Alien, so they can keep the fight going for now. But 4v4, no tanks in play. Zessen is awfully low, and Kivis is about to have a Kitsune Rush, but Zessen with the pick! The perfect kill!
He's so good for it. Just constant picks every time they need it most. Guy thrives when the overtime bar starts ticking down. Deep jump for Heiser, though. It splits off Zessen. He's going to fall to this. Suzu from Wu-Chan is just buckled, and now Wu-Chan has to TP into the thick of it. Faith has beat. He needs to drop it. He gets it off. Wu-Chan doesn't receive it, but Wu-Chan wins the duel versus Becky regardless. Heiser's swinging for the fences, but in a moment's notice, no way he gets lost him. Unreal. Farmer's back on the payload, jumps deep, zapping away at Ru Jae Hong. Doesn't go for the kill in the end. Argon being primaled instead, but the Tidal Blast available now. Farmer might just have made a meal of this primal. Back jump dodges the stomp though, and there's still a player advantage for Cheeseburger. Pulse comes out on to the bubble, does not connect. Pulse miss for Argon as well, but Alien Heiser, they both go down. And Old Ocean, all 3 points, they lose in the clutch. Zessen, a clutch merchant. These opening picks when they need them, unreal.
Yeah, literally, if the Kitsune Rush came out there, it was 1% Kivers needed to get that Kitsune Rush online. That comes out, then all of a sudden that fight on point is so difficult without a tank, without a bubble to try and preserve it. But it buys Cheeseburger loads of time. Chance for Farmer to come back, drop that Primal, and it wasn't a Primal to remember from Farmer by any means, but it still keeps the backline locked up, forces for Tidal Blast defensively, stops a lot of the trades coming the way of Cheeseburger. And a full cap on Rialto, when it looked like a full hold. Actually, yeah, all comes back to this exact moment with the boop here. Really opened up first point, then they snowball a couple of the ults, and then Zessen again. Just crucial clutches from Farmer and Zessen when they need it most, and all of a sudden Cheeseburger are right back in this series.
Oh my. Yeah, I do feel as if now it's just completely cooked. Old Ocean, it's really started to slip through their fingers, has it not? Like, Kings Row, dogfight, this map, dogfight. But as soon as they sub out Heiser once, they lose this certain clutch factor. Every time things were getting close, it was always Old Ocean winning first 2 maps. Cheeseburger had so many opportunities that were denied by insane play from Heiser, from Becky, even Kivis. But now Cheeseburger, they're the team that is having all of these clutch moments, and it's a little bit scary for sure for Old Ocean. This is an elimination game after all. One team, is going home after this, and the pressure would only be mounting.
Zessen going to start on the Widow here, Alien on the Hanzo. Attacking Widow significantly harder on this part of Rialto. Going to be a big blink through straight into that Widow mine, so Zessen's just going to watch that Tracer recall away from him, pivot back to a further back angle. Cheeseburger, they can just play it slow. They can play for Zessen's sightlines here. They can just match. Here on the defense, the ability for the Brig to just play one of these support corners and support the flank is a little bit better here. But you can see Jae-Hong trying to swing with that Wu Yang, force them back a little bit here. But Tracers will respond. And it's all just a lot of jockeying for position on the side.
Oh, big zaps on the payload right now. Faith holding it down up in main. Needs to retain this corner. If he has to play far back, he loses so much value on the Brigitte. You can see him playing that center pillar right in the middle so he can give packs to his Widowmaker if need be. But Zestin's been arrowed and he's about half HP. Needs to be oh so careful. You can see he actually backs up because he can't receive the healing to maintain.
Jump over from Heiser is going to force Argon to take a step back now. Bit more space on that side to work with for Old Ocean. Can they use this to close the distance onto Zessin? That's what they're aiming for. You can see Becky's already over there as well. Zessin's going to grapple, but he misses the boat. Zessin into the ocean. An opening pick for Old Ocean. And now they can jump forward. Faith is in big trouble here against the Tracer. Jump in from Heiser as well. They can't convert the kill, so Faith will live. Wu-Chan has the Kitsune Rush ready to go for this one as well, but Kivers is not far behind.
Oh, God. Zessin, mate. Come on now. Triple blink into the back line for Becky. He's starting to contest the Widowmaker, but Zessin will step away. Starts taking the duel. Here we go now. Zessin misses the first shot.
Dead.
Becky's hot in his heels once again. Drop, and Zessin will just hook into spawn. Everyone in the front has died in the meantime. While we continue to watch this fruitless duel, which I think Zessin will TP out from.
No.
He doesn't TP. He's tied out of respect.
I mean, you can tell Becky just sort of taking the piss, right? Just trying to bait it out. You saw Zessin trying to predict the blink flick as well, but was no blink coming from Becky, so just biding his time, and they have been deleted on point. Wasn't Kitsune Rush trade and all of that as well, so chance for Old Ocean. Tidal Blast onto Becky as well. They want to keep this one going, looking for the stun here. Jump over it, Suzu out as well. Pulse Bomb is there, stuck, but I think it was recalled out of that one, so nothing out of the Tidal Blast and Pulse Bomb turn from Old Ocean.
Now, Scrap up top, but Faith, he will be able to dominate from this high ground position, pushing inside with the Brigitte. You can scrap hard. You can see Wu-Chan's trying to off-angle on the left, TP'd back into main to get involved again. Farmer has 17 HP, and he's dancing with death. He peeks before throwing down the bubble, sees the Tracer behind him, and finally it's time to rip out the Primal Rage. Goes for one layer of the Primal, but he just winds up turning around, and, you know, two ships in the night, Heiser and Farmer both do not connect with the Primal. Clash in the center, and it's going to be a fight for the corner now.
Jump in from Heiser, but Faith has the rally. He pops it down looking for Vabash. Hits Vabash, and Heiser's going to be deleted as a result there. Optimistic from Heiser jumping into that one. Zessin's going to get a second follow-up kill, and now Cheeseburger. They are pushing for these final 3 kills as well. Just need to be careful Alien doesn't find a last-minute trade or anything like that. They are all getting out, and Cheeseburger is still fighting here. Have to be a little bit careful as the respawns are now in for Old Ocean. But Zessin still has in his swing, and Cheeseburger can get themselves all back into position.
Up top, Heiser taking a couple of back shots from the Hanzo, has to drop down. Dragon comes out, clears the high ground completely. Faith is stuck in a very awkward position as well. Wu-Chan has the rush if they want to match in, but there's double support ultimate online for Old Ocean, so it's a very scary scene right now for Cheeseburger. Scary right up until Zessin does it again. Headshot kill. Trade onto Zessin, not gonna matter.
Oh, wait.
Unless? Nah, there's no way. There's no tank.
Yeah, the respawn's going to come through slightly quicker for Heiser. They're going to Kitsune Rush for it as well, but there's nobody there. Cheeseburger will buy time. They drop the Dragon from spawn, literally, just to help with the touch here. But Dragon for Kitsune Rush, really happy for that one. Zessin finds the late kill, and that's a really poor Kitsune Rush from Old Ocean.
That is awful. I mean, the silver lining is that Cheeseburger used 2 for that one rush, right? Like, they used their own rush.
Oh, they mirrored it as well. Sorry, yeah, I didn't realise. Yeah, that's actually really fine for Old Ocean.
It's a good force from Old Ocean in the end, but it can happen. A shame that, you know, they thought they could win the 3v whatever with no support and no Winston as well. Like, just a Hanzo.
It's good to believe in yourself, Max.
Back yourself. Faith hits the flail. Suzu, not good enough from Wu-Chan this time around, and Becky's going to absolutely drill him. Off-screen, Faith has fallen as well. Argon finds a trade, but I think Cheeseburger might just be conceding the second point here, shy of a miracle. Zessin, I mean, he can find one magic pick. Can he find 3 with 1 minute to go? I think not. Yeah.
Needs to find 3 or 4 into that bubble as well, so no miracles this time, and it's 3 minutes for third point, which is all of a sudden really achievable for Old Ocean. Talk about how difficult Rialto is to full push in a lot of situations, but Old Ocean have given themselves plenty of opportunity here, a chance to get a big ult swing as well. They only really have the Primal to work with initially, but if they can force out maybe a couple of ults in exchange from that Primal, they will have a swing just around the corner. Pulse Bomb in onto it, Suzu off that one. Heiser gets to preserve his Primal, but Zessin doing it again. Crucial opening pick. This is in a fight where Cheeseburger didn't quite have their ults yet, and not only do they now get a chance to get those ultimates, they get to save them for the next fight as well, so free time off the clock.
quite incredible how Cheeseburger are quite literally never winning on macro, on ult fights, on anything of the sort. They are just winning on random Hanzo headshots. Every single fight that they've won thus far has been an opening pick from Zessen. Dragon comes through onto the staircase, zones out Old Ocean. Becky might have even been taken comically low, but no kill again. Like we said, there's no ult fight wins here for Cheeseburger. It's all about those random headshots. Spin the wheel as the Kitsune Rush comes out from Kivvy's, and everyone from Cheeseburger is going to play for the kite.
Susie's
available.
I just got a lot of cleave actually here. Dragon over the top, and Zessen and Wuchan, they both go down, but DPS ultimates connect. Farmer is in the back looking for a desperate trade, but Alien deals with that. He's got full pocket as well. They're desperate to trade this one, but Argon can't find anything. Old Ocean, they've opened the door all of a sudden. They've got Tidal Blast and Primal to finish it, but Cheeseburger, they're so close to that double support ult.
Late spawn as well for Argon, so he can't touch first. Rally comes out. Farmer has to jump payload as well. Faith is low, but gets healed back up to full. Guardian late comes out, hits Farmer. Tidal Blast as well onto Becky. But God, Cheeseburger's backline has just been in spawn for so long. Wuchan has the rush now, drops it, but a magic pick ain't going to be enough. Attacker's advantage for Cheeseburger. That's the only leg they have to stand on currently.
That's a really good Primal Rage from Heiser again there. Doesn't get any direct kills, but you saw he's just zoning that entire backline. Even though they're rallying, they can't get the damage onto Heiser as he just keeps sort of spamming jumps up into the air. And it just leaves Farmer alone on point. And as we've seen throughout this series and this type of Winston mirror, the ability to just zone the backline, focus down the tank. Glad we're replaying that one from multiple angles. But Zessen, it was redemption. Redemption for him afterwards.
Yeah, he's pulled it back from the brink, but unfortunately just not going to be enough. And now they need real miracles. 1 minute on the clock. That's not a lot of opportunity to spin the wheel, to keep gambling. On the offense as well, the Brigitte, so difficult. You saw how long it took for Cheeseburger to get through that opening choke because Faith cannot get active on any side of the map. Can't push the flank, can't push through the main side. Might even consider the swap over to Lucio, in fact. He sees the issue. He's apparently too scared to mirror Rouge Hong on the Wu Yang as well, so just going to have to wait and see.
Morning, Daniel. How's it looking today? You've missed Away Collapse, but don't worry if you missed part 1 of Away Collapse. They will be playing the winner of this game, so there might be a part 2 to the Collapse as well. And this
is Funny Astro or Daniel the Manual?
Funny Astro. So
okay.
yeah, way on the ropes, but they still have 1 life left. Cheeseburger currently fighting for their final life. Don't want to get eliminated at this point in stage 3. But they have a smaller time bank, and Rialto first. We saw some of the difficulties they had the first time around. Took them all 4 minutes, and a big old Farmer clutch to get them over the line. Cheeseburger have been good in the clutch so far in these last couple of maps, but they're going to need a bit of magic from Zessen again here, because this is a very slow first point as well. You can see we're already halfway through the time bank, and we've only just sort of got through the free push section.
Yeah, the free push zone has essentially been cleared now. You can see Hongyu just playing payload, slashing away on Brigitte, back jump for Heiser, and they're actually going to get meaningful push. Zessen just goes for the all-in play, starts swinging in line aside of the enemy Widow, maybe using the bubble for cover or something, but Kivvy's has found Ruchan. Zessen is down. Cheeseburger, they ain't getting shit out of this offense. There's just 2 minutes. The only upshot here is that the car did clear the corner, so there's a chance at a hold.
Yeah, it means they have a little bit of space to give in, and obviously that high ground just above where the payload is now, very good for ping-ponging for your tank, so they can hold that one down. And the same thing's kind of true for Old Ocean, even though they have literally over double the time to work with. It's still not a huge time bank for this Rialto first, but Cheeseburger, there's no mistakes now. We can't have any mistakes, we can't have any magic picks going the wrong way. Has to be perfect for them to keep themselves alive in OWCS Korea.
Focus on the game, okay, Daniel? And I will not be merging chat with CommanderX. CommanderX's chatters are...
They're incompatible. They're incompatible chats.
They are complete... Like, look at the message history in this chat right now, Daniel. Like, what do you see? Like, look at what people are typing and then look at what gets typed inside this chat. Tell me that these chats are meant to commingle.
We can't. There will be no breeding program.
Stop that.
I kind of want to mingle.
Versus chat full of mental patients, it just won't work.
I wouldn't mind the breeding. Oh, we're not doing a breeding. Old Ocean now close to securing their victory and moving on to the final of this last chance qualifier and getting that spot in playoffs. They only need to get it just round the corner. It'll be a hands-on mirror from Alien and Zessin looking for that opportunity here. Again, just for free push section to begin with. Will be Wu Yang from both sides this time as Faith has made the move over. They're trying to blink their way through. Pressure onto Faith forces him back. Oh, they should have a little bit of space, but Zessin will respond to that. DPS are so low for Cheeseburger. Isaac's going to use this opportunity to get on backline. They are having to kite quite a lot. Isaac's got a lot of control. Back jump onto Farmer now. And both teams will just sort of reset back to the corner. I think they've stabilized here.
Oh, headshot onto Alien on the coast, forces the TP out of Kiwi. Suddenly it's a 5v3 in main. Becky takes the mega side though. Wu-Chan might have to deal with him in just a moment. You can see the flank is on Argon as well, trying to chase out the Tracer. But Kiwi's has TP'd on to Becky. So there's two members of Old Ocean who now have control of the high ground behind. That's going to be brutal for Zessin. You can see Zessin out in main, out in the open. He starts healing using the heal bubble, but ultimately Heiser connects the kill. Faith is incredibly low. Wu-Chan will fall, and it is an Old Ocean, Cold Ocean, go situation as Cheeseburger are going to go down on map 4. Old Ocean. They're not qualified, they have to play versus Way, but low-key with Way showing today.
It's on. It's so on.
It's so
if
on.
You're an Old Ocean
we need
fan.
Rouge Hog at the Korea land. We need it.
So yeah, good win for Old Ocean in the end. Cheeseburger did make him work for it in these last couple of maps especially. And I think if you look back, maybe that's Suravasa as well. Like, two of these maps really could have gone either way in Cheeseburger's favour. So not like a, what was I going to say? Not an embarrassing defeat by Cheeseburger at all. Especially maybe if you look at Cheeseburger's expectations when they came into the stage. But ultimately, we'll be finishing in that 7th and 8th spot. For now. Well, I guess 8th actually, technically. 8th spot. And then it's going to be Old Ocean versus Way for the last spot in playoffs.
Oh, Hongyu. Forced to pack his keyboard. Sent home. There's no way Chio follows Trump updates on Twitter as well. No way.
Yu-Jihong greater than Faith.
Thank you, Zaito, for the 12 months. Jaehong greater than Faith. The evidence is before you.
Overwhelming.
Becky still really angry despite a good win for his team. I just realised there's no seeding round robin this stage. There's a whole seeding knockout bracket, is this? Well, a knockout bracket where you don't actually get knocked out.
Let's open this video editing software.
You've heard of double elimination, you've heard of single elimination. Korea have now introduced the no elimination bracket.
Powerful bracket.
Yes, it's, everyone plays, and then everyone gets to keep playing. In many ways, actually, quite friendly. But Cheeseburger got eliminated? Yeah, but this last chance qualifier, you can get eliminated. But if you... I'm not going to do the whole explanation again, but if you get through this elimination bracket, you get to the no elimination bracket, which then takes you through, sorts out your seeding for the final elimination bracket.
This guy's just rage baiting by saying elimination bracket over and over again, is he not?
Everything I've said is factually true.
Doubtful.
Triple elimination next. Are you saying you want more games? Then you go to another elimination bracket in Stockholm. I mean, if you start to get to that level of depth, what you realise is the entire Overwatch circuit is a series of elimination brackets.
Where's the Becky interview? Who's this being interviewed right now?
Not sure. They don't do it anymore. They just interview somebody, irrespective of who gets player of the match.
Oh, right. Nuclear, thanks for the 8 months. Well, I can't believe it's been so long already. Will you be there when I go into labor next month? Probably not. I'd probably miss the birth. Welcome back, Nuclear.
한 세트 준 것 같습니다.
Why is my husband not at the birth? Why is he in stadium?
이전의 오션이 아닌 것 같다라는 평이 굉장히 많습니다.
W Pink Paul.
WDG has to be taking the piss? I mean, I don't hate... Like, the format is convoluted to explain, but ultimately, they're just going to have the top teams play each other for a while, you know?
우리끼리 합이 진짜 안 맞았는데.
Like, think about the week we had in North America last week.
그게 제일 나아진 것 같아요.
Would you rather that,
네, 그렇습니다.
or would you rather this last chance qualifier bracket?
편하게 인터뷰를 해주시니까 감회가 좀 새로운데요. 약간 라디오 듣는 것 같아요. 목소리 굉장히 좋으세요.
감사합니다.
그렇습니다. 아 그리고 또 에일리언 선수의 활약도 두드러졌죠. 한조로 위도우로도.
WDG making us book our own flights for fucking Asia Land? What do you mean, this? Are they paying for them? And you just have to book them and expense it?
저희 윈스턴 뛰는 거에 맞춰가지고 계속 넣어주려고 하니까.
Or do you mean you have to pay for it?
네, 그렇습니다. 자, 그런데 오늘 경기 지금 이기고 나서
I want to watch the Ducks.
바로 이어서
Fuck,
뛰어야
2 more
되거든요.
weeks of Ducks.
선수들 컨디션 괜찮을까요?
Maybe they've got one in them.
이기고 하고 바로 하는 거니까.
Reimburse 5. Is this for the,
오, 손이 풀리는
whatever it's called, the Pacific versus Japan thing?
조금 더 좋을 것 같다라고 말씀해 주셨습니다. 자, 이 다음 경기 함께 으쌰으쌰 또 헤쳐 나가야 할 팀원들에게 한마디 해볼까요?
다음 경기는 정신.
Is that enough for all of you? I guess I don't know. I guess it's not as far really, the flight, right? What about accommodation? Are they paying for accommodation?
팬분들에게 마지막으로 한 말씀 부탁드립니다.
다음 경기도 잘해가지고 김택수.
The fact you hear Max.
팀에서 만나요, 팬 여러분들. 이렇게
Maybe he's not.
말씀도
But yeah.
전해드리고요.
You're so right, Barney.
네,
I don't know how it's happened, but it has happened. Oh, you're back now, Max?
Oh, oh yeah.
Barney's saying the fact that we have almost identical content, but have formed two communities that could not be more different is wild.
I mean, there's like some slight differentiation in our content, perhaps, you know, just a teensy bit. They might be the same audio
It's a
during
vibe,
the maps, but
yeah.
you know,
It's a slop
there's a little
difference.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You obviously doing your classic coach slop.
Coach slot, yeah. Well, that's actually what I'm doing right now. I've got DaVinci Resolve open right now, trying to edit my coach slot for YouTube.
What, one of your private coaching things?
No, yesterday, after the Gatos Guapos ended, I got raided, so I kept streaming for like 1 billion hours, and I reviewed their matches for like more than 2 hours. So I'll post it to the
really?
coaching channel because I need to get my watch hours up.
Do you have is it monetized yet on the coaching channel?
No, that's why I'm posting it.
Sorry.
I want to get partner, yeah. And this is like a 2-hour-long video, so like, you know, it doesn't have to do like crazy viewership or anything, but like if it gets like, you know, literally just a couple hundred viewers of people that actually like watch it for the whole thing, then it'll sort me for monetization.
Oh, nearly there. Did you hear what Zis was saying about this? Now they have to book their own flights for the Asia Pacific or the Japan Pacific thing. And then they just get reimbursed. They have to book their own flights for the Japan
it's always
versus
been like
Pacific. Oh, has it? Oh,
And then
okay.
and then it's like that. Sometimes they're like really slow, you know. Like I remember
To
like,
reimburse.
Adam went to one like I don't know, maybe a year ago, maybe more than a year ago already. It was ages ago. He was like playing on like one of those Gatos Guapos type teams, using an import slot to be there, and like the reimbursement time was like months, like a really long wait. I think Honeypot, that's right. Yeah.
Zis says WDG used to book before. Conflicting information.
What'd you say, sorry?
Zis says they used to book it before.
Oh, well, what did Adam need reimbursement for then? Is this? Maybe it was because Adam was an import slot, like he wasn't even in the Pacific region.
Oh yeah, Zis says it's just because they didn't pay for imports before. Okay. Probably not enough for either of us. So as in the amount they've said they've reimbursed won't cover you. That's fucked.
Love of the game, Overwatch.
Yeah, I don't know why they've done it that way around, Cosmini. You know, the bracket for it as well, where it's both Pacific teams on one side, both Japanese teams on one side. I guess they're just super keen to ensure the final is cross-regional. But since they quite literally called the tournament Japan versus Pacific. But I feel like it would be more entertaining the other way around. I mean, you guys don't want to hear my opinion on this. Because I've still got the same opinion as earlier in the year, where maybe we should just kill Pacific. Obviously, I know that sucks for the players involved, but it just feels like we're having to scrape the barrel of what they're willing to spend so much, that we're just significantly compromising on tournament quality and experience for all the players anyway, to the degree of it sort of just becomes, what's the point? Right? Like, I don't know, I was watching the viewership, I was watching a little bit yesterday, mainly through Hunter's stream, but it feels like the viewership just really isn't there as well. Yeah, that's right, Barney. Essentially, the top 2 Japanese teams and the top 2 Pacific teams go to their own tournament, where they'll play, I think it's single elim, and the winner of that gets the spot at Stockholm. What's the viewership compared to Japan? I think Japan is normally in like the sort of 5,000 to 7,000 range, and then Pacific is normally, I want to say like the 2. Pardon me, like the 1 or 2k range. I don't normally watch it, so feel free to correct me if someone has like a better read. Yeah, but Japan's on the same time as Pacific, no? It's the same, like if I go to Korea now, like what's the Korea viewership? Oh, Japan's only on 2.7. I guess you have to factor in whatever soup is on as well. Obviously, it all varies with drops and everything like that as well. But it's, yeah, I don't know.
It's time to play.
Yeah, but that's what I just said. That's what I just said, Sis. So you have to factor in soup as well.